What's going on, everybody? Welcome, everyone, to a Tuesday stream. It is April 14th, 2020. It is 9:25 p.m., and the time has come for our once-a-month extravaganza, our voice special extravaganza, and I am talking, of course, about the Arvocalists with Apollo Justice Ace Attorney. I am very excited for it. It's going to be good times. I cannot wait, and if you are looking to laugh, and boy, we should all be looking to laugh these days, this is the game and the stream for you. Before I get started, I'm just going to go through this quickly because people have already heard this spiel a couple times already today, but if you have not already done so, please support the channel by following us on the channel. Check out the YouTube with !ArvTube, the Twitter with !ArvTweets, and please retweet this stream, by the way, that's always appreciated. !Arvcord is the Discord channel. Arvcord is that, and you can find all of that on my website, arvineleron.com. On the financial side, !Arvtreon is the Patreon, which will support us and what we do here, and again, allows me to do things like pay these lovely people. Not enough, but step by step, we're getting there. That's the Patreon, and also allows you to get cool stuff for the channel as well, including copies and also for you, copies of my band's albums, an epic poem, a writing critique, and stuff like that. And Mrs. Dunsel with a resub. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Thank you, Mrs. Dunsel. Thank you for the 19-month resub. I appreciate that very much. Welcome, Mrs. Dunsel. So we've got that going on. And then, of course, we've got the sub button right above that video window, which allows you to put out those new emotes that we've got in the channel. We've got those custom sub badges. You can inspire players in my D&D games. So you have all that kind of stuff. And on top of that, of course, we've also got !Arv Shop, which allows you to get merchandise from the Infinity and Beyond crew and from Adventures in Middle-earth, and others, including Espergenesis, coming soon. And then last, the publishing stuff, Icarus to pre-order my Icarus and Jelinek graphic novels, which are in great progress, and I cannot wait to share them with all the world. That's happening in May. Library for Tales and Tomes from the Forbidden Library, my D&D 5e adventure sourcebook and adventure. And last but certainly not least, of course, Grayshade KS for the Grayshade Kickstarter when it comes out, and it will come out eventually. That will happen. But today we have got a schedule going on. And that is going to lead us to, wait for it, myself, and you can see that Little Arv has joined us in the stream. Little Arv is going to be watching for a while because she is on spring break this week. And of course, we are all on break from going anywhere because, it's the pandemic, and that's how we roll about these things. But we are all here, and we are ready to go and excited to join with you. Just one note about schedule, by the way. Tomorrow, we will be back here at 10 p.m. Eastern for the Dragon of Icespire Peak and Community D&D with Shadowed Mage as your DM and Echo Alpha X5, Rock God, and Hoodie as your players. So that's going to be happening 10 o'clock Eastern, 10 Eastern p.m. starting tomorrow. But that's what we've got going on tomorrow. But right now, what we've got going on are the amazing Arvocalists. And so I have unmuted myself so they know that we are ready to go. And then I'm going to unmute them. And last, I'm going to move over there to show you the power of the Arvocalists are here.
The long dark is actually what we're about to enter into right now. Oh, hi, Arv. How are you doing?
Hi. I feel the dark night of the soul. Oh, hi.
I feel the cold creeping in. What could that? Oh, hi, Arv.
We are all here except for our good friend Russ, because it is Russ's anniversary today. So happy anniversary,
because he would
Russ.
like to stay married. So it's
yes,
very
exactly. So happy anniversary to my dear friend Russ, who Little Arv and I 2 years ago had the wonderful honor of going out and seeing their wedding, and I was actually in the wedding party, and it was a good time. And they had it in Henson Studios.
As an outside, you can't do that.
I know exactly. What? That's unheard of. I created the pandemic 2 years ahead of time. But it was at Henson Studios, Jim Henson Studios, which was pretty awesome. So
that is cool.
It was a good time.
Was 2 years ago. It seems like it was much more
I know,
recent.
right? I know that. I know. I was thinking about that just before. I'm like, wow. But yes, it was 2 years ago. So happy anniversary to Russ.
Which we burn.
And but I am fortunately joined by the three other extraordinarily talented members of this team, and that will start with someone who is right below me, who on the column of people that you're looking at, who is looking, super well rested and all that stuff. No, that's not true. I'm sure she's not well rested because she's incredibly busy these days. But we are
You're
joined.
talking about me. I was like, oh, who?
You're like, who is that?
Me
Who's-
too, man.
Oh, who's super well rested?
Could be any of us.
And that, of course, is Little Red Dot. How are you doing, Dot? Besides not being well rested, how are you doing these days?
I'm doing pretty good. I think. I didn't
You would
sell
know, I
any
mean,
turnips today on Animal Crossing because the prices were pretty cruddy.
So I have a question
And I
because this
worked
came up
on-
earlier today. Is it turnips or eggs that are the big thing? Because everyone keeps talking about eggs.
So both. So the egg situation was tied to Easter. They had called it Bunny Day. I can't believe I'm talking about this. I swore I would stop talking
Everybody
about Bunny
talks
Day.
about Animal Crossing. Like,
Bunny Day, so I guess was their first launch of like a seasonal event inside of the game where this creepy person in a bunny suit, there was a zipper on the back, we don't know who's in it, shows up on your island, all happy, and he's like, eggs are gonna be all over the island from now until Sunday was the 12th. And you're like, cool, that's cool, except when you're mining for resources and such from rocks and trees, it's dropping these eggs that can't be used for anything but to make ugly egg furniture.
Oh.
So then you're
Wow.
stuck all week losing half your resources to eggs that fall out of everything, these Easter eggs. But they're called bunny eggs, not Easter eggs. and then you had to, then on Bunny Day, you're like, okay, he's coming back. I'm going to give him all these eggs. I've been saving for a week. I had hundreds of eggs. He gets there and he's like, today, you're going to be collecting eggs and making all the egg furniture. So I spent all of Bunny Day making egg furniture from the eggs I had already collected the week prior.
So this
Still don't
guy
know
is
who's in the
not.
bunny suit, and the only thing I got out of it was a basket of eggs.
You should be excited by the fact that while this was going, some guy named GC Darkside Rob subscribed and said, "Oh my God, are we talking about Animal Crossing? It's my favorite game."
I only half puked in my mouth a little bit when she said
When you
bunny.
wrote that,
Yeah.
everyone
so-
I know though has been raving about this game, and so I guess that
I
means
actually-
that, So
I think we should name Monday Bunny Day from now on. It would
Bunny
make it
Day.
way less.
I
suck.
hate
Wait
it. I
till
want to burn
Christmas
Bunny Day
and-
to the ground.
and Hanukkah show up, right? Like I think at that point we're gonna have some special.
Yeah, and I'm sure they'll have other seasonal events. And I swear, if things fall out of the trees and keep me from getting wood and rock and necessary materials, I was livid.
July
Anyways,
4th is just a bunch of U.S.
turnips,
flags.
though,
that fall over.
turnips are a currency system. On Sunday, this little snot-nosed lady comes around. She sells you turnips at a price. Each price will be different. Sometimes it's low, sometimes it's high. And then every day in your local shop, the price will vary. So sometimes it's like stock market. You're playing stock market with turnips.
It's the stock market.
STALK
It's the stock
market.
It's the stock market with turnips.
Buy
okay?
low, sell high.
That's
Okay.
what it is.
Oh god.
That's the difference.
So
Bunny
is
Day
there
is
lots
long
of
since
this-
passed, but we all still have trauma. Turnips, on the other hand, have opportunity attached to them.
So wait, is this the kind of thing where like you're working on your own island and just randomly all these things happen where people are just like, here, come have this or whatever? Like
Yeah, they just show up on your deserted island that's no longer quite as deserted.
That's
because
really
Tom
troubling.
Nook has put you in debt. Yeah, that's the game.
did you see that that there was a Twitter thing where someone recreated a scene from 1917 in Animal Crossing? So it's this person who has like the full army outfit. And they start running. There's a fence that's set up, and they start running down, and then all the little people start jumping over the fence, and like their little speech bubbles are like "death before dishonor" and all this stuff as they're running down. I was
That's
just
amazing.
like,
The things you can
week
make,
5 of the
though-
quarantine is 1917 in Animal Crossing.
Yeah,
That's-
it's
yeah.
the things you can make. I told you what I've made, but I mean, people
Yeah.
make crazy stuff.
I've seen
so-
it. I've seen what Dot's made. I can confirm.
Oh, I've added a skeleton since
course
last
you
time we
did.
met.
Are you
I have an
sure that wasn't
interrogation
just somebody
chamber
you
at the
left? Yeah,
back of my
are you sure
house.
that wasn't somebody you just left locked in your interrogation chamber?
I've
It was
added.
my last victim.
Yeah,
Do you know what? I hope you enjoy what I've done with the place.
It's a little
Little touch. Well, I am very excited to have Dot with us. Dot will be playing.
Dot,
the
and
replica
I
skeleton you
swear,
put in
I
here.
do more things than play Animal Crossing. As obsessive as it sounds, I actually don't get to play that much.
How's Dad's Garage in the last couple of days since we last spoke?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
We're finishing up and closing out hopefully the fundraiser this weekend, a big milestone moment, and then yeah, I'll talk about that at the end. But yeah, it's going good. Just streaming a lot, training some new people to do it actually. So maybe I can get my life back.
I was gonna say especially good.
Yeah. And by life back, I mean I'll just go back to my actual job for the theater during the day, and the rest of the time I'm rolling dice and telling stories and hanging out with cool people like you all.
Well, I'm glad to have Dot back with us. As always, Dot will be playing the overwhelming majority of female voices in this game, including
probably
Trucy
some male voices as well,
including Trucy and many others. Because I think as we get to the end of this little section that we're on, I think we're going to be getting.
What will Trucy say today?
We're getting into the trial today, which is always my favorite part.
Oh,
just because,
Lord.
oh my gosh, it's going to be good
Lord.
times. But at least it's a new case, though. It's a totally new case. You know? Is this you telling me that we need to stop Apollo Justice next time and do something else?
No, we are finishing this game.
Yeah.
I have said panties way too many times live on stream to not get to
because we could switch over to the Banner Saga 3. You know, like
we've been doing this for almost 4 years. We've only ever played these games.
That is not true. We played the Banner Saga. We played
one episode.
No, we played
Shadowrun, which was my first episode.
Read only memories.
We did read only memories,
and everything else has been.
We did Banner Saga. We did read only memories. We did
Apollo
I
Dunkery.
caught the end of Banner Saga 2.
Oh right, we did do Banner Saga.
Banner Saga 2.
Yeah, 2. I caught the end of that. That's where I came in, and then so Apollo Justice is all I know except for the end of Banner Saga.
Oh, except for the Banner Saga. So maybe what we'll do is we might
Banner Saga's depressing.
We might finish this case and then go into. I was about to say, then we'll go into Banner Saga 3, and then as Rob was saying that, I'm like, on the other hand, do we really want something that's like, well, gradually the population is whittled down over time? Maybe this is not what we want right now.
You know what we should do actually? You know what would be really cool if we could try out. Disco Elysium.
That's true, actually. Disco Elysium would be a good one.
Freaking cool.
That's
one
true.
To do.
That's true. That would be
great voice. There's some great. First of all, the parts that are voice acted, which aren't many, are done really well. But the writing in that game is fantastic.
That's a good idea.
I wanted to stream that one on my channel, but it would take me
so much talking. I thought the same thing. The only thing about Disco Elysium is that because there's so much talking and it's a longer game, I'm worried that that would be the forever game. That we would do that for 5 years, and so
what are you talking about?
The in-between game. It could be a forever game that you just do in between playing other games.
I see. That's a good thought. That's something to consider. Hey, what's up?
I would actually stick around for that because I'm leaving. Bye.
Speaking of Rob, by the way, always a pleasure to have Dot with us. Rob, how are you? How are things going on?
It's not always a pleasure to have me here.
Always a pleasure. Always. But how you been, Rob? How's life?
I see how it is. I'm doing great. Keeping on over here. What just happened with my audio? Doing the streaming thing when I can. Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. Twitch.tv/CCDarksideRob. Doing the video editing, doing some music stuff. In addition to the video editing, probably gonna try to do some music streams. I keep saying that, and the reason I keep saying that is because there's a lot of work that I need to do. That's just easier if I'm not streaming it, but I have stuff that I want to share with the whole community eventually. I just have to figure out the right way to do it so that I'm not wasting my time and everyone else's, because of what they're used to seeing, which is me playing video games and making silly voices on my channel.
Yep.
It's fine. I just gotten used to you abandoning your promises. So I keep being like, all right, I'm going to DM, and then you're like, no, and then I'm going to do this. No.
This is why I just say it's the random cast, because you never know what you're going to get. It is what it is, but at least it's always Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, except when it's not. So
yes,
you can check me out there. I am very excited to do more of this crazy Apollo game.
It is always a good time.
That sounds fun to do tonight. I did not work on my German accent at all, so it will probably continue to be awful because I completely forgot that we were doing more of this. So it's kind of going to be some amalgamation of anime German. You're welcome. Roll with it. It'll be fun. Maybe I'll get to do some other voices tonight.
I'm gonna make fun of you the whole time.
It's fine. Look, as long as somebody's happy, I'm happy.
It's gonna be.
And if it's you, Dot, doubly so.
Very excited to have
makes the whole thing worth it.
Very excited to have Rob with us.
Just don't talk about Animal Crossing anymore.
No more Animal Crossing.
I promise nothing.
I'm gonna take the video game console away from you. You don't just shut up about the Animal Crossing.
I plugged it in so you all know I wasn't playing.
Tom Nook's a son of a bitch.
I'm actually.
He still
Before-
wants the rent. He can't have the
Before I
rent.
let Zach introduce himself, I just want to say I'm just looking quickly at my playlist. So that we started the first ever Arvocalist was actually Shadowrun Hong Kong, and then we did.
I missed all of those. I was only there for the last
Do you know I never
episode of
finished that
Shadowrun
game?
Hong Kong.
Oh,
I
Shadowrun's
started that
so
game and
good.
never finished it.
Those games
So
are
good.
great, yeah.
Then Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, and we did
Uh-huh.
that was Justice for All. Then we played Undertale, which we did with the Arvocalists.
Which I
We
wasn't
did
there for.
Earthbound.
Which I also wasn't there for.
We did the Sacred Tears True. That was a 1 month one-off that we did. Aviary Attorney.
I
Like,
was
look,
there for
look,
Aviary
look.
Attorney.
We did that.
So I was there for the non-Apollo Justice game. Cool.
We did the Warlock of
All right.
Firetop Mountain. I'd forgotten we did that.
Which I
Then
wasn't there for.
We did A Christmas Carol.
Multiple times.
Yep. Then we did Trials and Tribulations, the next Phoenix Wright game.
Which I was there for.
Then we did Discourse. So that was like a one. Remember that was just like a one shot. That was when BB Wolf was still in the show.
I do remember that. I do remember that show.
Yep.
That's so
And then 2064 Read Only Memories, which Zach talked about.
Was that the one? That was the one where Zach played a robot.
Yes.
so much better
We
than
did
that.
The Legend of Heroes,
I hated
Trails in
I
the
hated
Sky,
that.
which
I'm
is
sorry. That was a fun show to do, but I hated that game. I hated
Discourse. Yeah,
everything
it was not
about
great.
that game. No. The Read Only Memories.
Oh, Read Only Memories. Yeah.
Read Only Memories was weird.
You did play the guard at the door at the bar. I know.
And the last thing,
and
I want to
Crosscode,
say in my
by the way, I just
intro
wanted
is
to say.
that I decided to break out one of my shirts that I never wear, considering I'm not going to be wearing it outside. It's a shirt that I got. I don't know if you can see on my
What? Oh.
What's the
Oh, E3 Expo.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Wow. My eyes are not good enough for that. And I just
This
have
is,
my
an
glasses.
this is an E3 bowling
1 point for
shirt
Zach.
from
Yeah, nailed it.
from 2009, from my first E3 that I ever went to.
Oh,
One of
man,
my
that's
only media times I ever went as media with my own website, with people from my website. I don't wear this shirt because I can't replace it. I can never get another one again. I was like, this seems like a good time to break this out. And considering the last convention that we might all be going to for a while
Yeah.
was PAX East, was the one that I just finished up on. I just wanted to wear this in honor of E3. May she rest in peace. I doubt they say it's coming back next year. I wouldn't hold my breath, but
Yeah, I hear
we'll
that,
miss
man.
you. We'll miss you, E3. Will we miss you? I don't know.
And then the last thing was Crosscode and Banner Saga 2 were the other two that we did.
God,
So
I
we did
love
play
the writing in
Crosscode.
Crosscode. I just hate that one of the characters has a French accent. It makes me want to throw myself off.
The
of a
problem with
building.
Crosscode from a voicing point of view is that there's just way too much gameplay without enough talking between. So a couple times
It's
when we
true.
played, you guys were just sitting around waiting to voice stuff. And I'm
Watching you
like,
play.
I'm
Yeah.
like,
I
I know with
really
Phoenix
also-
Wright, you're going to get a lot of chance to talk a lot, and that's what I want for
Yes,
this. But anyway, I will look into that more. But let's move
another
on.
streamer recently played that all the way
Crosscode?
through and did all the voices, and I was so impressed because he booked it through. And that's not a short game,
No,
and there's a lot of voice work in that game. And I started it, and I every time I get about like a couple of hours in, it's like I've still got like 60 hours of this left to go.
yeah, it's a
I
very
can't.
long game. It's true.
I cannot.
But nonetheless, we'll talk about that later about what else we can do to sort of mix it up a little bit. But anyway, always a pleasure to have Rob with us, and also a pleasure to have Zach with us, Mr. Zach Clay. Hello, Zach. How are you, sir? How is life in the universe over on the left coast?
On the left coast.
That's the right way to talk about it.
Yes, it is. Several months ago, my dad had gotten had ordered a big greenhouse for my mom because my mom likes to garden, and we hadn't set it up yet. It came in these 2 big cardboard boxes, and we were like, okay, we'll finally start to set it up today. Get out all the parts and get the manual, and it's an IKEA-based manual. And it's about the length of the Bible. So
Step 1 in creating
I was going to
Ingvold.
say it was all in Swedish.
I was gonna say.
We started working on it today, and it's, of course, I mean, my dad took one look at it and he was like, oh God, I haven't built something from IKEA in a long time. I mean, the greenhouse isn't from IKEA, but that's the style of the manual.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, this just harkens back to all the time that I built Legos. I got this.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Just got to look at the
You
picture.
should have
and
just
do
bought our Animal
the thing with the
Crossing.
thing.
I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
Or that,
I know
yeah.
you like
Because you've
plants,
mentioned
Mom.
it more than I have.
But have you
I
heard the
think
good news about
Rob
Animal Crossing?
Needs Animal Crossing, everybody.
Oh, man.
So yeah, we spent a good 3 hours on that today, and then we're probably gonna keep working on that throughout this time give us something physical to do. My back
cool.
and my body is exhausted, but my voice is not, and I am ready to voice stuff. And always excited to come back to this game because it's always so funny, and it's chill being here and voicing stuff with you guys too. So
Awesome.
I'm ready.
Hellness, what the hell is New Chicago? Is that like the post-Demolition Man version of Chicago?
It did sound like the
he's been frozen in
dystopian
ice,
future.
and he's been let out, and he's like, "Be well, John Spartan. Welcome to New Chicago."
Welcome to New Chicago. Yeah. All right.
Okay, real quick. If you watch Demolition Man now, in the age of social distancing, that movie is wild.
Oh yeah.
That movie is wild.
He's a firefighter from New Chicago, Indiana. So Indiana couldn't think of a better name for a town. They're like, how about New Chicago?
New Chicago, Indiana.
You know. All right, let's do it. Here we are, Turnabout Serenade. I think we're towards the end of this investigation, and at least day one of it. And let's do it. All right.
Investigation.
Oh yeah, I forgot. We're here.
I tried so hard never to remember this hallway. Damn it.
Backstage hallway. All right, here we go. Let me get the.
You're searching for it. I told you.
I know you told me to do the laundry.
That's about
so.
to have a mic. It's like, no,
massive.
not this turquoise
moment.
again. Not this turquoise.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. So July 7th, backstage hallway.
Hey, Jenly, how you doing?
What?
Oh, whoa.
Whoa.
Wait, that was
Who's-
sudden.
who is this?
Magic man.
No one's done
He
anything yet.
vanished.
We didn't just imagine that, did we?
He was wearing a silk hat. Friend of yours?
Oh, he was so handsome. I mean, hardly.
Whoever that was, he sure looks suspicious.
That was strange.
That was
was
all we
weird.
got, really? That's
Yeah.
like
What was the prompt for that to happen?
I just
I wasn't paying
How about we
attention.
go there and then try
There
to
wasn't
go
one.
back?
It
There
just
wasn't
appeared
one.
out of nowhere.
yeah, exactly.
Wait,
I'm gonna go to the stage because maybe that's where he
oh my
would
gosh.
go. Aha,
The
yes.
Stagiaire
July 7th, in the wings.
in the lines.
I love this music.
You have your
Oh, hi.
thing. Okay.
Give it to us.
What is it with today?
I turned the sound off because last time it was causing problems for you guys.
Yeah.
folks.
I'm playing. I always go on Spotify and play Ace Attorney soundtrack.
Okay, good.
Shuffle.
That's amazing.
All right, hey, what's up,
Good
Gen?
idea.
And also, hi, Genly, what's up?
Problem after problem. At home.
What?
I
Oh, this
did-
guy- oh,
I-
who played
I
the
did this
shark?
guy. I did.
Yeah.
You okay?
Zach's got
The
this
shark.
You ain't kidding.
It's the two leading members of the Gaviniers, Apollo. I'm gonna have to put my glasses on. I thought I could do it without it because my eyes were hurting, but I'm gonna be really honest with you guys. I can't.
one.
Oh no.
Clavier, is that what we called him?
Yes.
Clavier.
Clavier on vocals, Darian on guitar. They're so cool.
I have a hard time thinking of Clavier as anything but a prosecutor, honestly.
Huh? What are they arguing about?
Probably the case, I'd bet.
My hog won't start. My guitar case is busted. My guitar's been burnt to a crisp. And to top it all off, someone's dead.
Yeah, that's the icing on the cake. I mean, everything
Yeah.
else is
Yeah,
really.
to top it
This
off,
is
someone's
really
dead.
just-
And then there was that performance just now. What was all that about?
Hey man, don't blame me. You were the one who missed the cue.
Me? Miss a cue. That's cute.
Inconceivable.
How could I?
Yes, Lord.
Unbelievable. Oh God. Never mind. How could I conceivably get the most important part of that song wrong? How?
What's up, Lone Wolf?
And what was that tiny playing of yours?
Who you
Tinny
calling?
play.
Tinny.
It's Tinny, you
It's
tiny,
Tinny.
teeny
Well,
monster.
first
you.
of all, I think you were trying to call.
I'm
my
calling you
playing
Tiny
Tinny.
Tim from now
And
on.
second of all, it wasn't.
Oh, good. Sounds like they're having a spat.
This is a spat, Clavier.
One of
Tim
those
Tiny Tintinitis.
one of those differences in musical direction bands are always splitting up over.
Creative people are so dramatic.
This is hardly the time.
Hmm? What are you two doing here?
Hiya. I mean, Tinny.
Get, Tinny is over
why are
there.
you playing with your...
Get the hell out
Hair.
of my get the
He's
hell out of my
nervous.
backstage. We were just discussing the investigation. If you don't mind.
I see how it is. Thank you for the host time. Sorry. Wait, you were... What?
Guards, could you escort these two out, please? Thank you. Listen. You need to confirm with we need to confirm that with the Republic of Borginia, Detective Crescend.
Right. Anything else?
What kind of hair is that?
What did he just call him? Detective?
Crescend.
Oh.
Greetings.
What?
Oh, wait a
Not the
minute.
reveal.
Shark attack.
Darien Crescent.
Buddy, you're going to
Criminal
need a
Affairs,
bigger hairdo.
Division 3.
Aren't there like rules against having two different jobs as a cop? And like you just add in like, oh, I'll also be a rock star. What?
Isn't there a
This is what he does on
doorway
the
you'll get that
weekends.
stuck in?
What type of hairstyle is that?
Yeah, good
Seems
grief.
dangerous.
Hello, Criminal Affairs.
You must be a lot of fun on the bus.
Apollo, you really don't know anything about the Galvaniers, do you?
No, I don't. Something tells me that's about to be remedied.
Oh, God.
Here we go.
No, it isn't. Oh.
Let's talk about the Gaviniers.
You need two words.
Yay! I don't believe you, Apollo. How can you come to this concert and not know about the Gaviniers?
Because you dragged me here.
That's what I was gonna say.
Because I'm still babysitting for your father.
Because eventually you'll take the cuffs off, please. It's not surprising. Why, even our ancestors knew nothing of rock and roll. I mean, America's existence
The
once.
Germans didn't know? What is that? I don't...
We forgot about we
I
stuffed out of
know
our history books. Stop asking.
America exists?
The Gaviniers aren't just an average rock band, Apollo.
That's clear.
Each member is connected to the police somehow.
Send
The
it
police,
out
I
an
was just gonna say,
SOS.
just a
Send
cast
it out
away.
an SOS. Message in a bottle.
The real police, by day, they pack heat, but by night, they heat up the stage.
Every little thing she does is magic.
Somebody needs to
Every
throw
little-
some ice water on Trucy like right away right now.
She's thirsty.
Woo.
By day, those lips interrogate. By night, they sing songs of unrequited passion.
By night.
It's so
Oh.
hard.
Shadow Mage is like, hold it. You resub for 32 months. Thank you, Shadow.
32 months.
Oh,
Rated
man.
T for T.
Thank you so much, Shadow. I appreciate
That's
it, dude.
amazing.
Thank you, Shadow Mage. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it, dude.
Rated E for everyone. Play it today.
Okay.
They debuted 7 years ago with 13 years hard time for love.
13 years
Are you
hard
a
time for
fetus?
love.
Then came Love with No Chance of Parole. And
The best.
my boyfriend is the prosecution witness.
My boyfriend is the prosecution's witness.
The list of
Oh,
hits
goodness.
goes on and on.
I'll bet it does.
In your head.
This here is my right hand man, Darren Crescent.
Oh.
I make the melodies, and he attacks them with his guitar. He's a bit of a rogue, really.
Oh,
I can
It's
tell.
a bit of a shark. It's a bit of a weirdo.
It's a bit of a monster. It was a monster.
I
what is
feel
that?
like
It
it-
looks like a kigu he's wearing.
Monster.
At
Like
any
a-
moment, his sweatshirt, the hood is
Just
just going
eat
to
his
clamp
You zipped that up too far.
Oh, I feel it
And-
looks like a onesie, like one of those 90s. The
It does.
Yep.
It does.
It is.
Yeah.
It's
I
a
think
shark
it
Can't see his
onesie that
legs.
can
Shark
decapitate
onesie.
him.
Yeah.
I can't take it.
And this
I've had
guy's a
enough
bit
of this rock star life.
A bit of a perfectionist. When a performance goes the least bit wrong, he goes into this funk, just like today.
I'd hope
What it did to
murder
my
would be
hair.
a bit more off-putting than a ruined concert.
The concert today? A disaster. I'll get to the bottom of this, and then we'll see who Mr. Q.
What about the dead person?
Miss Q. They were arguing about that before.
Great, I love nothing more than questioning tormented artists.
Me too.
Let's talk about the Missed Q.
What's this Miss Q you keep talking about?
Ah, you heard it, didn't you? From the audience?
Actually, I didn't notice anything.
Simpletons never do.
See?
Wait, what?
What is
No
that?
amateur's gonna pick up on that.
What?
Look at that ring, y'all.
I don't know which one's actually
Is
doing
that
the
a
pointing. Is it
bear?
your finger?
Is that
or
a
is it your-
skunk that's just reaching out that just...
It's not just that he's
ring.
got Sonic the
God.
Hedgehog
It
going
moves
one
on
way.
its
It's that
own,
it's a
his
mullet in
hair.
the other.
Yeah, the
Oh.
hair, I don't... Yeah.
He's got the entire surfer wave in his hair. Can you guarantee an entire audience of amateurs? No. Now, take a listen to this.
What's that?
It's a good question.
It's a mixing board. You
Rob,
could
your
Google
thoughts.
it. I mean,
A mixing
you-
board,
Calm
right?
down, Tracy.
Clearly a mixing board, right, Rob? Looks like every...
What is that?
That's a little.
And where's the on button?
Yeah.
No, we use it to kill people. No, we use it to record our concert tonight.
You do that with mixing boards. So you use a mixing board to record a concert.
Exactly.
And you use a
You know,
tape,
some
you use a
ways you
recorder
can.
to mix
To mix
because
the.
that's...
Sure.
Some mixing
Yeah.
I
boards
guess you
have
can, but
recorders
yes,
in them. They
yes.
have hard drives in them.
Aren't we
As
supposed to
the-
be investigating a murder?
Exactly.
No.
Well, we've come this far. Might as well go all the way.
Wow.
What does that mean?
I've always wanted to learn about the recording industry.
Uh huh. Yeah, that's the thing.
What?
That's the one. Sure. Oh God.
What is
Oh.
this?
Hey,
are
my
you about
first
to
mixing
mix?
board.
Wow.
Yes, I love this.
Okay.
Looks like one of those bad Nickelodeon toys that from the 90s. Like that
Fisher
match
Price,
those,
my
like, side
first
alarm
mixing
clocks.
board.
It's,
Yeah.
Play School, Hasbro, Simon Says mixing board.
Oh God.
This is but one of the devices used in recordings.
Oh, this is so cool.
You've destroyed the mixtape. They'll never buy it this way. We're a 5-part band, and we only need 5 channels.
exactly.
Thank God. We got it perfect every time. It's because we're one of those crazy newfangled loop recording artists.
hmm
This lets us record each member's performance separately.
Oh, that's actually kind of smart.
You use you use the sliders to adjust the volume for each part.
Okay, that's a little ridiculous.
Check it out.
Well, we can't hear it, so you have to tell us, Arv.
All right.
Come on, baby, slide my sliders.
Oh, it's not even gonna let me. It's just gonna show me.
Yeah.
Notice that there's no vocals in here. There are no vocals. They just, you know.
Wow, neat! So, could you say, hear only the drum part?
Of course. That's how we'll find the criminal guilty of missing his cue tonight.
What?
I'm more
Don't-
concerned with the other.
As for the
criminal,
person who's murdered,
the one who
not
kills
really my
people. Yeah,
concern.
exactly.
You want help? You want help on a case?
No.
Help me with mine.
What's
They
up,
are
Bobby
exactly
Mink?
the same. In fact, mine is even more important.
Happy to do it, Bobby Ming. I guess rock and roll comes before prosecuting. Boy, ain't that the truth?
It's only rock and roll, but I like it. Let's begin. First, we bring up a part of the performance in question. You simply choose the section of the song you wish to hear on the bottommost bar.
Okay.
Bar.
Bar.
Like, like so. Thank you, Jim Carrey. There it is. Now,
So angry.
So,
yeah, he's so
No,
pissed.
listen.
Now listen. Hey, listen.
Okay.
Sounds
Can't hear
good to
anything.
me.
was something wrong?
You couldn't hear it? Listen again.
Dad,
Okay.
you're the musician.
Closely.
Listen.
The timing's a little off, isn't it?
Wait, what did you
I know because I definitely heard that through my
Exactly.
speakers.
You're so adorably klutzy, Trucy. You see, there,
There.
right at the most important part. And even an amateur can hear it.
He's a
An
mature
amateur with a
musician.
mixing board, maybe.
As opposed to without a mixing board. What kind of musician are you? You're missing the point. You'll never stamp out the crime until we're perfect. Perfect.
Here he goes again.
Perfect. Right. Yeah, amateur. You will prove my point.
Huh? Me?
You will find the missing cue.
Oh boy.
There we go.
You will tell us which instrument, which part is the guilty part.
You will do this, or you will die. All right.
I know we're gonna
Don't wait for the translation. That's all I know.
but yes.
I know how. If we replay the clip 5 times, each time we have only one part doing it, and so if that part sounds a little off, we know that's the part.
It's very.
Oh no! Wait, you're jumping the gun. You have like 4 more
Yeah,
hours.
that's-
of
we
ancillary
already know
game
that.
You gotta play before
Exactly.
you can get to that.
The game's gonna take us through 35 subparts before
Yeah,
we
it's
get
gotta.
to But how?
You gotta go investigate the dressing room like 3 more times.
Yeah.
You know.
But
turn
how?
this thing
Maybe
upside
wondering
down.
what a number is. Let's
Did
show
I
you.
not just explain it? Here, play the damn tune again. Use these sliders to adjust the volume for each part.
The volume.
The volume. The volume. The volume. Then you will find. No. Then you will find the part that hopelessly bungles the cue. The cue. You will find the cue. You will find it with Dot's messages over the text. Don't click again. Don't click forward. I'm just moving there's a thing there. You'll find it with your ears. What? I'm turning into like Klaus von Klausenstein.
You will
like Max
find
von
it
Sydow
there with your
reading anime.
untrained amateur ears.
No, it's Max von Sydow. It's like,
Oh, Max von
I will see
Sydow,
you-
yeah.
I will see you. It's like, we will take care of this at the cottage. It is fine. It is great.
Okay.
Nothing to do but try,
I
Apollo.
could do it.
Perfect.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
we.
I
We'll have to
guess.
do it.
I'll admit this looks kind of fun.
First, a quick review. Use the sliders to adjust volumes.
Yes.
Press the section of the song you wish to hear at the bottom. There it is. Words.
Exactly.
English. Very good.
Sliders in the
Understood
bar.
exactly
Got
what
it.
you
Sliders in the
and
bar. Go
bars.
to the bar, order some sliders. I got it.
Yes.
That sounds good.
Bars and sliders,
Yeah.
sliders and bars.
What's
It's
up,
like
Airlock?
shoots and ladders, but for musicians. Once you've found the guilty part, press the corresponding number. Time to rock.
Paper.
All right, here we go.
Shoot. Twist and shout, twist and shout. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, baby. Now, come on. Baby. He's redlining all of the audio. It's
I
terrible.
know. All right.
It's just what a mixer's nightmare.
I'm gonna
over
listen through the stream.
All right, here we go.
I don't need to do all of it.
here. Hang on, I'll be right back, guys.
All right, that seems fine. What about this? Oh, what? Hello. Nope. Fail. Take that. This part is off.
Oh, and
Oh, right.
It's going to. Which is that? Second guitar. Ah.
I'm here. I'm sorry. I'm back.
Okay.
It was you, Darren.
Oh, well, Looks like the cat's out of the bag.
The hair's out of the onesie.
I'm kind of actually glad that the cat is out of the bag.
Well,
I like cats.
that is all you have to say? That kind of attitude lets killers walk free, Darren.
You're muted.
Here
Lily.
they go
Great.
again. Right, yeah.
Maybe it wasn't such a good idea to ask about the concert. It's starting to feel like we're just wasting time.
It's all experience under our belts. That can't be bad.
Oh, you're so wrong.
You're so naive, Trucy.
You know what else is under belts?
Received. Here, just stick this in your pocket.
I still can't get over the title for that song. Guilty Love? Alright, and let's talk about the case. About the crime.
Which crime do you mean?
The important one.
The murder, what
The
else?
one with the dead body. What? I clicked on the wrong screen. Sorry. For me, today has been a hit parade of crimes. You see.
Yeah, we did that.
Prosecutor Gavin was singing the blues earlier, wasn't he? Something about his hog. Something about his hog. I just couldn't get it out.
Something about his challah bread.
I saw the hog and was like, don't say it, Trucy. Oh, something about
Frog
his
in my throat, it's
hog
fine.
and his guitar case.
It was Muskrat Love, but someone already made it exactly as terrible. On their own. The only road they've ever known.
Anyway, I'm afraid you know more about the killing of Mr. Letrousse than I do.
You got that right.
For now, at least.
Huh?
What?
Fraud?
Oh?
You were the one who found the body, yeah? Well, we were in the middle of a performance, no less.
Aren't you going to examine the crime scene, Prosecutor Gavin?
There you go, Trucy.
I'll leave that to the Fraulein detective. Wouldn't want to step on her toes. They're tiny.
They're not exactly best buddies, are they?
We're talking about feet again. Love it.
Emma and
does.
Prosecutor Gavin, I mean.
Well, what to do next? We've already checked out the
Fucking
scene.
numbers.
Prosecutor Gavin may be right. We might be the most informed for once.
Maybe Prosecutor Gavin can shed some light on things we found.
All right.
Wasn't that
Show
a
us some
fun mixing
stuff.
minigame?
In that case, we present something
You're real
very
DJ,
exciting for
kids.
you.
The mixing board.
What
Did
do you think
kill her
about
with
this lyric sheet?
I wrote those lyrics, you know.
Yeah, we know.
Though it was Lamoire who gave them life.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Thank you.
Maybe I should try to write some lyrics someday.
Me too.
Let's see. Okay. Let me present to you this
Rob, that
publicity
was dark.
postcard.
Sorry, but I'm not in the mood to talk about that right now. Even I can only take so much in one day.
Funny, I always thought of Prosecutor Gavin as one of those cool stoic types. The sort that never complains.
Have you never met the musician?
How wrong I was. Yeah. All right. Well, let's see. What do you think about this revolver?
Gun.
Oh,
Sorry,
never mind.
I only use a Walter PPK.
Ah. All right. What about this key ring?
Charming, but not mine.
No, the gym.
I was wondering
I
if you
was
knew anything. Oh,
wondering-
the gem.
oh.
Yeah, that's a good call. I was wondering if you knew anything about this.
That?
Yeah, that.
Does it look familiar?
Familiar? It's mine. That's my keyring.
You are the murderer.
I've been looking all over for it.
What? This is yours, Mr. Gavin?
Yes, I'd
I
like to
knew
go
it.
home now. Can I have my keys back, please?
Apollo? How can you make that I knew it face?
Time for some RVD smug.
This is the key ring that was.
Yeah, I know. I knew it. Yeah, see?
Anyway, can I have my keys back, please? So, where did you find it?
Oh, nowhere really important, just on the body. Actually, the victim was holding it. like he was trying to keep it from the killer. It's covered in his blood and clearly shows you or no, even if it meant his life.
The victim? You mean Mr. Latrousse had my keys?
No.
Indeed. I am Lone Wolf, it's true. Indeed. Wow. He really did say
This
indeed.
is you're too in
I
character.
know, I'm a little
Yeah.
troubled by
Arf.
that.
When will my trials be over?
New song, accused of a crime he just didn't commit. It's a ballad.
When will my trials be over?
Speaking of trials,
be over?
I've never heard Mr. Gavin whine in court like he has been today.
It's not why
Emma was right about the fop, I'll give her that.
Apollo,
What?
Mr. Gavin, can help. Tell us about your troubles today.
Why do we
only,
need
please?
What? No, we don't
Just
need to help him.
today's troubles.
Well, I don't know if you heard the show, but the music was... No, I really don't think that's...
Tell us, and we'll keep mum about the keyring for now.
Or don't tell us and
I'm
pay
totally
for it
gonna
with your
blackmail
life.
you. So do as I ask.
Are you blackmailing me, Fraulein?
I mean, that's ridiculous. Yes.
So that's what blackmailing means.
I give to you the brooch. Oh, no. Well, actually, now he may be willing to talk to us about stuff. Aha! Gavin's troubles. You were saying something about
I'm far too beautiful.
about your motorcycle not starting. Have you checked the tailpipe for panties? Because
That's a
I'm
problem
far too
today.
beautiful.
A recurring problem around here.
At
And,
least I ain't got no panties in my tailpipe.
and something about your guitar case being busted.
You're well informed.
too well informed. I expect you
You
to
die
die.
You mentioned it a few times.
Ah,
That's your ego talking.
Wait,
Baby.
it all happened so quickly. No, it all happened this morning. It's all this Keeling's fault. I'm turning French. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Don't blame the key ring.
The key ring.
It's the Keeling's fault.
Yes.
All my keys on it. No.
Brilliant. Mine like a steel trap right there.
He's a musician. Give
I
him a
mean,
chance.
she just like...
That was a backhanded comment of me too. So I don't know. And you are.
Oh.
My bike key, my car key, and the key to my guitar case.
You know what it didn't have, though? Is the key to my heart. The key to my heart. Okay.
Glad it didn't have that.
Wait. So this key ring holds keys?
This is Casey Kasem. Next song up is one of the top 100. It's "Key to My Heart" by Arvocalists.
This is Casey Kasem, and
This is Casey Kasem. Amanda writes in, "I never understood love till I heard that song."
That's actually
from
really good,
Arvocalists.
bro. That's really good.
So, wait.
I
so
listen
the
to
keys,
a lot of Casey Kasem.
The keys, they.
What about them?
Disappeared. I thought I'd put it in my jacket pocket.
Oh.
Prosecutor Gavin's key ring disappeared? Yes, that is what he said, Apollo.
There's a lot of repetition.
It's like
in this
people who
game.
play this game are all amnesiacs. Like every 10 seconds, like, what just happened in the last 10 seconds? Remember when you had the
He's
key
now
ring?
entering a world of out of sight and out of mind,
Oh my
where
God.
keys go missing over and over again. He is in the rock zone. I had to come to the concert by taxi. How embarrassing. And in order to get my guitar out, I had to break the lock.
Oh.
Wait, this guitar wasn't the one that...
The very one. Up in flames. Zoink, Scoob!
Jinkies.
And right on stage, too.
Don't tell it. You're gonna get that close.
So he thought that was part of the show.
Crazy. And to top it off, Mr. Letouche's life was taken.
That's always the last thing. And also,
Letouche.
by the way, some guy died.
Letouche.
Let us not forget.
Yeah.
Nobody told me about the full Monty. No, nobody told me about days like these.
Strange days indeed. Most peculiar, Mama.
The-
Strange
Yeah.
days indeed. Yes, yes. Strange days
real- is it
indeed.
Twice.
Most peculiar, Mama. Whoa.
You think?
What's wrong, Trucy?
Oh, Casey Kasem was the original VA
I
for
was
sure. I
just
forgot
trying to
about
finish
that.
my taco and make sense of everything.
It makes sense of this taco.
First thing, this heart-shaped king green gets stolen. Then, a very expensive guitar flares up on stage.
How are you sure that's expensive?
Then, Mr. Latrousse dies.
I just realized
Letouche.
this has been bothering me for a while.
You have to
Letouche.
make your-
You realize this looks like Lethal Frag. I just remembered. I was like, some Twitch streamer looks like this guy. It's Lethal Frag. Mr. Latouche is Lethal Frag.
Yes, it is. It is Lethal
I
Frag.
was like, what does he look like? I'm like, oh yeah.
Lethal Frag moonlighting as an
As-
onstage French heavy
Oh,
for a
yeah.
band, for a German rock band. And no, reverse that.
Could it all really
Yes, and
could it all really be just a coincidence?
In this
Yes,
game,
and?
no.
coincidence,
What's
meaning
Meaning?
Darian. What is that word? Darian?
I think it's Darian.
Like
or
Darian.
Darian.
that?
Darian.
Durian.
Darian. It's not durian fruit.
Darian, can you make
Darian,
any
Darian.
sense of all this?
Oh, good. His hair's back.
Hey, don't look at me. Just don't look at me. I have a phobia.
My hair is very long. Don't look at me.
My jacket's
Normally looking
closing
the
up.
other
Turn away. What do you think, Apollo?
Huh?
Oh God. I mean, either Mr. Gavin's having a really bad day, or all this was planned.
Apollo's like, I shall now sing the song of the geese.
Aw.
You aren't thinking what I think you're thinking. You're thinking that I'm thinking you're thinking. Are you, Fraulein?
I might be. I am.
I will never give you
What?
tickets to my show again.
What? What? Hey, don't leave me in the dark with Spike here. That's the name of my hairdo.
The name's Apollo, but yeah, I agree.
Oh.
Don't leave us in the dark. What are you talking about?
You noticed a connection, Apollo?
There's a connection?
A curious connection between all of Mr. Gavin's troubles today.
Not
It's the
really.
love connection.
That's a
well,
different kind of connection.
I haven't noticed.
You have it.
I just don't see the connection. Sorry.
Well, don't just give up. Give it a little more thought and do better, Apollo.
Wait, you don't mean this, do you?
A lyric sheet?
What does that look
The
like?
guitar's serenade. What's that got to do with anything?
It has everything to do with everything.
Even my
And nothing to do with nothing.
Billy, 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 bow.
We've started at the beginning of CSI Miami.
Yeah, exactly. Everything to do with everything.
Has to
Exactly.
do with everything. Though I wouldn't have believed it if the Fraulein hadn't pointed it out.
What are you talking about, man? Enough with the riddles. Now I'm angry.
Sorry, your hair's in the way.
Wow.
I can't tell.
Maybe it's a coincidence, or perhaps it means something, or
Something?
everything. Or maybe something means nothing.
Please tell
Nothing
us.
from nothing means nothing. Don't you think, Fraulein?
I do.
Tracy, stop it.
Wait, did
Everything
we just
that's
get married? Trucy, I can't do
Wait, wait, what? Everything that's happened to Mr. Gavin today
What?
is precedented in the lyrics to this song. Pres-
Predict.
predicted in the lyrics to this song.
It's also precedented,
unprecedented.
undoubtedly.
It is unprecedented how predicted the lyrics are to this song.
I'm confused.
What?
I mean, I don't know the lyrics to the song.
No way.
Nobody does. No one listens to
The
lyrics.
songs
This
pre-
prediction
precedenting.
It's
It's
unprecedented.
press
It's just like
Look!
predicted.
It's unpredictable.
It's inconceivable.
just. And we've come full circle, everyone.
I'm waiting.
Look, just that's happened to Mr. Gavin.
Do we have to do that again?
I feel please.
List them. You're gonna stand here as I make a list for the third time tonight.
Let's start from the beginning.
Let's list them in the order that.
First, someone.
What?
Did
While
you or did
reading-
you not show up for a concert this evening?
I should.
Oh my gosh.
One.
Everyone.
While reading this lyric sheet.
Okay, that's a little different. Okay,
First.
first. Oh, no, that's me.
Oh,
First,
that's you.
first, the key ring was stolen.
And not just any key ring. A heart-shaped key ring, Apollo.
That's right here. When you stole away the keys, my heart held on to so tight.
Hey.
This is a heart. This is a heart holding keys.
That's a good
Holding
Sugar,
keys.
sugar.
You gave me some
Bad things.
bad dreams.
And next, his guitar bursts into flames.
Burning on in my heart, fire burn my love away.
Wait, he
And
lost
then-
his guitar?
Mr. Like, Tushy was
Lifty.
killed. She always says people's names wrong, but stick with it.
Like a bullet of love, fire, take my life away. But that's
I
crazy.
still don't get
Is
the
it?
guitar.
Yeah. No kidding, Apollo.
So everything that happened today here, this song predicted it all.
God, thank God they didn't do American Pie. And the band came on the field. It'd be like a 700-year-long game.
Long
Time
time
ago.
ago.
It's like, no!
I started playing Apollo just
man.
and I knew that it would never end. Or perhaps it was the other way around.
Don't make this more complicated.
Huh? Huh?
The criminal could have based his crime on a lyric.
Oh man, I've seen this so many times. Don't blame art, okay? For real life, violence was not created because you listened to
Those
some songs.
degenerate
Yes.
artists causing crime and they don't even know it.
Yeah, exactly.
Your
Huh?
emojis.
That's right, one of my emojis. But who would go through all that trouble?
Trucy.
Huh?
So, you're such a
Trucy.
super fan. Did you know the lyrics? Someone who moves.
No.
Who moves?
I was gonna say, is she all right? Is she all right? Is she all right?
She all right? Is she all right? She's all right.
What I like is like this is a translation from Japanese, isn't it?
Where is Rock
Yeah,
God?
the
when we need
localization
him?
is pretty sick. Yeah.
We need Rock God in here, right? Rock God, if you're lurking, this one's for you. This case is for you. I believe you've stumbled upon something quite vital and quite annoying, Fraulein.
Annoying?
This is where the punctuation matters. Take away the comma, add a colon. Quite annoying. Fraulein, you.
Quite annoying, Fraulein.
What is that
and then
face?
whatever that is.
What?
I mean,
And
That is
adorable.
anime. Welcome to
I,
it.
Derp.
It's adorable.
Yeah, well, this is true.
she looks pleased
She licks please.
or unconscious.
Lyrics predicting the climb.
Climb. Clavier.
Like here.
It's a shame he got the clavier. He went in like 3 seconds. Just clavier, pop, dead.
Sorry.
Somebody informed the
lyrics.
World Health Organization. Oh wait, Trump defunded it. It's fine.
It's
The
fine.
lyrics predicting the crime clavier. The
Clavier.
climb clavier.
Exactly. It's
Clavier.
Trevor. Annie, are you okay? Annie, are you okay? Are you okay, Annie?
Are you okay?
Are you okay?
You've been hit by. You've been fucked by. Smooth.
Seems a bit more than just a coincidence to me.
I have to agree.
Yay.
I'm obligated.
are really defined.
The key ring, the guitar, and the murder.
I'm still confused about the guitar.
The key ring might have been dropped by accident.
Yet the victim was holding it. Hard to think that it was unconnected. Like
That's
the keys
true.
connected to the key ring.
Prosecutor Gavin's as calm and collected as ever.
So the criminal matched their actions to the lyrics?
Yes, we were awake the last 2 minutes. That is
Oh my
exactly
Well, I'm
what
just
we've
making
said.
sure that's my job.
That sounds likely.
You've been struck by.
Why
a
would anyone
German
do
criminal.
that?
While we think about that, I'm gonna get cracking on the biggest crime here.
What? Food?
I'm gonna talk to the Borginian embassy about this.
Mr. Latus.
Mr. Latos.
Ah, right. Thanks, Darian.
It's Darian.
Darian.
I'll leave the pondering of mysteries to you. I'm out of here.
Darian.
I'm kind of actually glad he's gone.
A foreign national. Mr. Letou.
Mr. Latus.
Mr. Letou. Mr. Letou. Mr. Letou.
Every time you say Mr. Latus, I keep expecting to hear.
He did the can before he went. It seems like that would have to be the point of all of this.
The point.
But they did more than that. They left us with not only a murder, but a mystery.
Oh no.
Mr. Gavin
it's
sure
almost like it's a
is
murder mystery.
irritable today.
You think?
Maybe this is the real prosecutor Gavin we don't get to see in the courtroom.
Oh.
Because they didn't have
All
my
of his
honey
facade
bunches of
stripped
oats.
bare.
Backstage.
I've been wearing this suit for 3 weeks. I'm cranky.
Exactly.
I've had enough, frankly. I've had enough of frankly. Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. If you find any more mysteries, do me a favor and keep them out of my music, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess this is all we're going to get from Prosecutor Gavin.
Yay.
That leaves La Miroir to question.
question.
Prosecutor Gavin, do you know where La Miroir is now?
Ah, la miroir. Ah, let me guess. No, I had to go to my dressing room
And why? Oh,
with the pianist, Machi Tobai, of course.
Mochi.
Yes, Mochi Tobai.
Mochi to buy.
I'd like some green tea mochi with my machi.
Exactly, Lone Wolf. Gavin, unplugged.
She's
The Gavineer's dressing room. Got it.
Well,
Goodbye.
Very well.
I get to take a nap. Do I get to take a nap now?
You have to go backstage again?
Oh my God! It's this green.
July
grape.
7th,
Ugh.
backstage hallway.
Backstage hallway. It's so gross.
No.
Oh, it's the guy.
Yeah.
Wah.
Yeah, it's fucking.
Who's there?
Oh dang.
He's back. The man in the yellow cape.
Why is
There
Tom
he
Selleck
goes.
here?
Oh, that's you.
Oh, there he goes again. Who is that Tom Selleck?
I don't know, but his mustache.
Huh? Trucy?
His mustache.
You know, he did sort of look familiar.
He looks like your boss, Tracy.
So he is a friend of yours.
No, that's not it. Sorry, I don't remember.
Stop lying. You're guilty as charged. All right.
Can't make me roll for that one, Arv.
And
Curiouser.
make
is
it
that a
right,
word?
exactly. Make a deception check. Curiouser and Curiouser.
That's not a word.
Let us move into the Gavineers dressing room, where we
And
will
it's been
find
in a
ourselves
movie. It's a word.
July 7th.
Curiouser.
Gavineers dressing room.
Curiouser was used in a movie. And that makes it word enough for me.
It's from Alice in Wonderland, the book.
Let me hear more.
Oh yeah, it's Wingdings. Wait, she could speak normally?
Zach, this is all you.
I thought it was Dot.
Oh, yeah. Oh, was I voicing?
Oh,
Oh, right. Oh, that's right. I was doing the French.
This is the Wingding, but
That was
now
so great.
apparently she's speaking English now.
I guess she's speaking. Oh, that's right, because she was supposed to be speaking a different language.
Oh yeah.
she was. Yeah.
What? What has happened? I heard that Mr. Latouche has died.
La Miroir, you speak?
I do.
I mean, you
oh,
speak English?
I thought you only spoke Zach
Ah.
Brannigan.
Yes. I was invited here from the Republic of Burkina.
I thought you only spoke in ASCII text.
Me too. I am not Burkinian by birth.
I am Victor Borgian.
But was it Mr. Latusi, your interpreter? Ah, that. Yes, well, it was Mr. Latusi's idea. He thought it would add to the mystery, you see.
Mystery?
Then your pianist is also...
No, Machito Bai is Burkinian. He does not speak English.
Except
Sure he
during the
doesn't.
great reveal in the trial
Except-
scene to
except
come
to
20
my
hours
last
from now
scene.
when...
Now please tell me,
I got $5 on it that says this is the pianist.
Yep.
what has happened to Mr. Latus? Why did he?
He's dead. What part don't you get?
Actually, Mr. Latusi was...
Trucy!
Huh?
Remember what Prosecutor Gavin said? Not a word.
What?
But Mr. Latusi is Lemire Mori's manager. That's not fair to her. I mean, isn't she a related party?
Precisely who Prosecutor Gavin doesn't want to alert, I'd suspect.
We have been told is to wait here in this room. It is very unsettling.
This room, I agree with you. I don't know what's going on here in this room. Extremely unsettling. This room is very... It's I'm sorry, we're trying to figure out this room ourselves. And honestly, do you think I could ask you some questions?
Oh, of course. I am always willing to help.
She's as calm as she looked on stage, and that's why she's the murderer. Okay.
Because she has a mask on.
I can't put my finger on why, but I like this lamiwa. Ah, here's the wing ding. Go ahead, Zach.
It's
so good.
Sounds
Don't
like
swear.
a baby Jabba the Hutt.
Hello and welcome to Zelda language.
What is it, Machi? Say again.
Suddenly he's a hut. Muhase holo. Big die. Bosco.
But you'll be alone.
I don't know. I don't know. That last one's a little weird.
I was saying,
that last
the
one
same
is,
thing. We're just gonna let that.
That's a night of bad Mexican food.
What
right there,
seems
that
to
is.
be the problem?
Machi, he is not good around strangers.
Yes, murderers usually aren't. You're right. I mean, blah blah blah.
He wishes to go out for a breath of fresh air.
Please don't
Fresh
die.
out.
Would that be all right?
Sure, of course. Let's let a suspect go.
No, not both of you.
They both just went. Oh,
Oh, you.
Very well. What is it you wish to ask me about?
Lord, look at her.
Chupacabra.
What?
Let me talk about
Ask
you.
me ask you about yourself.
Lamois. The Republic of Borginia. That's in Northern Europe, right?
I've never even heard of it.
Of course you haven't.
I started out singing in a restaurant. Then a producer called me. Before I knew it, here I am.
I remember the conversation like it was yesterday. It was blah 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 blah, and I was like blah 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 logo. And
You don't say. You know, my daddy plays piano in a restaurant.
Wow.
producers tend to look for talent, Trucy. Oh,
Burn.
Lamiwa, you're not from Borginia originally. Were you born here?
Well,
Oh, is that supposed to be a secret?
image is everything when you're a star.
Trucy
know
knows
it.
all about this.
I know a bit about that, of course.
Of course.
Yes, it is something like this. A contract, you might say.
A contract of blood.
I'm also not to speak anything but Borganese in public.
Image is important, I guess.
She's not at all image. She's not all image, though. Her songs are lovely.
Isn't that image?
A real landscape painter in sound.
A painter in what?
She travels the world, turning the sights she sees into music.
How terrible. She destroyed all of France last year.
That's the secret to your music beauty, right?
Eiffel Tower just became a rock tune. It was terrible. God.
That's a cool idea for a villain.
You're very perceptive.
I think that was a Power Ranger
Oh.
villain.
I use your songs all the time in my stage acts.
Oh, you'll have to pay me for that. So.
This is, you owe me royalties.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
There you go.
I don't have to pay royalties for that, do I?
Stop while you're ahead, Trucy.
This landscape painter and sound, too, is an image. Yet without it, my songs would not be so widely heard. They even called you the siren of the ballad, right?
It has the benefit of being works both ways. The ballad of the siren makes.
Well, like yes, in Borganese. How do we actually say it?
I think la miroir. I think it is la miroir.
La miroir.
I think it's la miroir,
In
Miroir, but-
Borganese, la miroir means the siren.
which means you are clearly the murderer. You know what a siren actually does, right?
I fear that perhaps already I am not the siren I once was.
Let's talk about
Machi.
Machi.
Mochi.
Your pianist,
Machi
Machi, was it? He's cute, like a porcelain doll or scoop ice cream. Curly Q on top.
He's very.
Those two very similar things.
He's
Porcelain
very
dolls and ice cream.
European.
Dad.
You know what I mean? Copyright
Porcelain
strike.
dolls are very similar to
Exactly.
ice cream when you put them in a fire.
Right, correct.
Machi's a boy, yeah. He's very European.
I met him while singing in restaurants in Borgina. That's how you say
Borgano.
it. Borgano. Borganese.
Borginio.
He is
In Bruges.
orphan. Yet his playing is exquisite.
I like the yet part. As you know, when you
Yeah.
become an orphan, you become a
But he has
useless piece of
overcome
flesh.
so much.
You have nothing left to your life if you're an
Yet
orphan.
his playing is exquisite.
Yeah.
Soon he came to live with me. It's like a fairy tale, almost.
I noticed he hardly leaves your side.
Yes, well, he is blind. At first, I hesitated at dragging him across the world.
But then I got over it.
But then I just said, oh, well,
Then I
come
realized
little
that-
ice cream.
He doesn't speak English either, does he? Haven't we had this discussion? She said that.
For your sake, I will repeat myself. He has never left Borginia before we met.
We just
I
let a blind
made
go
his
wander.
presence a part of my contract. Monty and I together are la miroir. Together always.
He's Lamir and I'm War. And all right, what about?
Mr. Letus was my new manager.
New?
Yes, from 3 months ago. Around when I received Mr. Gavin's invitation to come. I met Mr. Letus at my office.
Term.
He was to be my manager and bodyguard. And as it turned out, my interpreter.
Interpreter, even though you speak English.
Yes, but we were to visit more places than just here. We had a concert in Japan scheduled after this one. Though I fear that may have to be cancelled now.
Yes, well, there. The pandemic has affected all of us.
Was Mr. Latusi from the Republic of Borginia too?
Yeah.
Latoze. That is great that Trucy's doing that.
It will never be it will never be said correctly.
It will never
ever
be said
No,
correctly. Yeah,
definitely.
just like her name, Trucy will
No.
never say it right.
That's right.
No.
Well, he was only with me for 3 months. I am afraid there is much I do not know of him. And now I shall never know. Oh, no one will even tell me why he has died.
Oh, I can tell you that. He was shot in the head, and so that's why typically when that happens, you don't. I'm
I got the why.
I'm sorry. Prosecutor Gavin said we weren't to talk to anyone. That's why we're talking to you. I mean,
Mr. Letus was a talented man. The silence of the ballad. That phrase was his idea, you know?
oh, that's boy. No one combines words like that.
Like a bodyguard. I am happy for him that I am happy for him that it has become so well known.
The siren. That's what he meant.
Huh? Apollo.
You are the siren, right? Lamiwa?
That is the meaning of my name in Borganese, yes.
Borganese.
It was the name my producer gave me. But why, do you ask?
It's very important. I had to know for sure if the siren was you.
What was
What
that?
do you mean? Important. Did she just flash us her face?
I'll tell you. You deserve to know.
Oh, the siren.
Siren. It turns out that's a very important word in this case, which I just said several times.
How?
Well, first of all, her name is Siren. All right, I want to be clear.
Just in case
that
you
in
missed that, Tracy.
Portuguese- That's because-
Standing here.
All right, let's go through the facts one by one. She's from Burgundy. When we found Mr. Latouze,
Let's get Gavin back in here and start from the real beginning.
Exactly.
You had a show today.
he was still alive.
What?
I heard him say something. His last words, the siren killed me with that gun over there. And I knew... No. Mr. Latouze, can you hear me?
As we witness.
Hang in there, Mr. Latouze. Tell me, who was the witness?
The witnesses see
Spit it out, man. What are you doing, dying?
it's Kylo Ren. No,
Can I get a witness?
the one-armed man.
siren. It's a siren.
He said siren? Really?
We're going to meet a character whose name is like Serencia or something later on. And be like, oh, man.
Oh, damn.
I was the only one there to hear it, but I'm sure that's what he said.
Mr. Latouze said that? Ask the witness.
And you're the siren, La Mémoire, right? You are the siren. Can I confirm?
My name.
Did you see what happened? Bourguignet's siren? La Mémoire?
Oh, dang.
Might I ask, are you with the police?
Ha 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 ha. And what if I am? Well, no, I'm the defense attorney. Then defend me immediately. What?
An attorney.
Yeah.
Yet there have been no arrests here.
Is that a problem?
Oh.
Does an attorney not work for a client?
Oh.
Are we answering questions with questions?
I so far
Question game? Oh, I love the question game.
If you have no client, you should leave the investigation to the police, I think.
Oh, thank you for your knowledge of police procedure. Answer the question!
But, the mirror, we... I am sorry, but I cannot answer your questions. I am afraid you lack the authority to ask them.
You will respect my authority. Present the badge. Where's the badge? Take the... Oh, I can't present it. All right.
Present the badge.
Why? If she witnessed the crime, why won't she tell us?
I believe we are through here.
I believe so.
Well, that took a turn for the worst.
I believe the children are our future.
I just wanted to let you know about this. Would you mind taking a look at this, La Mémoire?
What?
I am sorry. I am not sure what to say.
How about You've Got Me, the long arm of the law has defeated?
I wish I could help you.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Certainly one of the most pleasant refusals I've had. What? Okay.
But it's the tonality of my voice, you see.
All right, well, I guess we...
Go to the hallway. I want to see the guy that...
That is one of the most pleasant refusals I've.
Dad,
What?
no,
What
Dad,
the
go to
hell?
the hallway. I want to see the guy.
Present the brooch.
He does look like someone from...
Oh, yeah, the brooch.
You wanna
That's
go
why
there?
it was laying
Oh,
next
yeah,
to him.
yeah, that's a good call. Present the brooch.
Good call. Yeah.
What do you say to this? That reminds me. Does this brooch look familiar to you, Siren? If that's even
My
your real
brooch?
Bourguignet's name.
Yes! It may be mine.
If it wasn't covered in blood and lying on the victim, it was.
Oh, it's,
Yes, I just looked 3
Yours?
feet into the air, but it might be mine.
I know, right, Lone Wolf? Yours, La Mémoire.
I was wearing a brooch earlier, you see. I must have lost it. Well, that explains the brooch we found.
Trucy is there. She is on point.
Giving up on
Trucy.
Tracy at this point. It was the mirrors.
I love that.
Thank you. I was wondering where I dropped it.
Oh, no problem. We're just going to add this to our evidence folder. So this brooch belongs to her. That begs the question.
Is something wrong, Apollo?
Yeah, my use of the term that begs the question because that's not what that actually means. But beyond that, what was this brooch doing at the crime scene? All right, then tell me about these keys. Oh, no, never mind.
I'm sorry, I cannot help
Never mind,
you. The
never mind.
local say so.
You already gave me the brooch. I don't need
Take
your
this
help
gun.
anymore.
What?
God,
I'm
you.
sorry. This is.
That's all right. Can you talk a little bit about this lyric sheet? Oh wait, okay.
I'm sorry. I
I
cannot
do not
help you.
respond well to violence.
Do you know anything about this postcard? Okay.
Can you
Nope.
please go to the hallway to see if the guy over there can...
All right. You
Yeah,
wanna-
let's see if the King in Yellow is back. This is actually
That's
Cthulhu,
right.
like a Lovecraftian horror game, and we're just now getting to
Exactly.
that part.
July 8th, 12:22 a.m. Backstage
Are you
hallway.
saying that Darian's headpiece is the tentacle coming out of the old universe into the
It's
Whoa,
just waiting
who's
to
there
break.
now?
plane of existence?
Oh, there's,
Oh, no!
Best reaction all night.
I did not voice her, did I?
I don't
I-
know if you
I-
did. I think it might have been Russ was doing
I
her.
think Russ.
Russ was
Yeah,
Russ
Oh,
was
yeah.
doing it.
do you do it, Zach?
Okay.
Oh.
Your turn.
What? Where were you?
Emma.
Dang it.
That
Is
is
something-
my name.
Is something wrong? She looks grumpier than usual.
She looks
I'm
sick to
grumpy.
me.
Just that was Snackums.
You bet something's wrong. I don't have any snacks. The impossible's happened.
That's what that means.
Ugh, it's all your fault, you know.
Oops. Maybe this is about us leaving the crime scene.
What do you mean by impossible?
Impossible.
Well, it's gone. Utterly gone.
Your snack?
What's gone?
The body, stupid. What
Hey.
else?
Hey, wow.
Don't give me that. Mr. Lotus's body has disappeared.
What?
Has anyone found the blind European anytime soon?
What?
Recently?
Of course, it's him.
Oh, July 8th, Lemoire's dressing room.
Ooh, pineapple. Yum.
Ah,
he's back.
Prosecutor Gavin.
Well, hello. From your vacant stare, I gather you've heard the news.
I heard Mr. Latusse's body has gone missing.
Look for yourself. Don't worry, I didn't move it. Or did I? Quite the pickle. Quite the pickle.
Yeah,
No, I actually
exactly.
like pickles.
Exactly, Coven.
Pickles are actually really delicious.
How can you just
How did I
stand there? We
become
have to
Emma?
start the investigation.
How can you just stand or walk away? Okay.
There's no need for alarm, Fraulein Detective.
I love that expression.
All entrances and exits are in front of you and to the side. Your seat can be used as a flotation device.
Keep in mind, the
Be sure-
nearest exit to you may be behind you.
Behind you, please check out the lights on the floor of the plane. All of the entrances and exits have been sealed. The body will not leave the building.
Hey, what's up, Rugod? Yeah, you're missing a case for you, sir.
So, I suggest we go find ourselves a cadaver. Our cadaver. I made it funny. There will be blood. Plenty of blood. No, there will be plenty of time to ponder the advice later.
Well, you seem pretty sure of yourself, Mr. Gavin.
Yeah,
I'm
tell it to him,
always
Tristan.
sure of myself.
There's that
You can't-
ego again.
Look at how gorgeous I am. Oh, we'll find him. I'm rather enjoying this.
How could Mr. Latusse's body just disappear?
How could the blood
Well,
change?
you heard the man. Let's get searching.
Well, if you oil up the floor and you sled, no, I'm kidding.
Hey, I don't know if this is exactly the right time.
It
but
probably isn't.
I wonder if my hair is terrible. Could someone tell me if it is?
Yes.
Yes, Darian.
It's Darian, all right. See, Geeter's gone missing.
Peter?
Who the hell is Gita?
You'll
Geeter?
find out probably in like 3 dialogues. It was in the dressing room.
Peter.
Geeter? Who's Geeter?
Does it mean siren in Porginian? Because
That's what I call my guitar.
Oh.
You like, man?
no,
No.
I don't.
Oh,
Geeter?
all right.
It's called Geeter. I don't.
Hey.
Oh,
Peter.
Geeter.
No, those have already been there. Those are the bullet holes.
Your guitar was stolen.
Like we care.
This hasn't been a good day for guitars or Geeters.
Or
A bad day for
gators.
Geeters.
It's a bad day for gators too. We're turning them into
Gators.
handbags all day. No. Okay. Body first, then guitar.
Thank you.
And if that was a real priority when you had to figure out which drum beat was off,
Right,
Clavier.
exactly.
And if someone finds that guitar, please bring it to our dressing room.
We'll get right on that.
Gator's like a missing person, not lost and found, man.
All right, let's talk to Emma.
No.
Disappearing act.
Well, this sure is a... What did he call it? A sausage?
He did
I
not
don't
call
think
it
he
a
called it a
sausage.
sausage.
Emma.
No.
Pickle.
He sure didn't.
He called it
A
a pickle.
cucumber? No, it was a pickle, and it's your pickle. I told you to stay in the room.
Other than my sausage, I'd be a whole
Mr.
different.
Justice.
Pickle Rick.
Sorry, not much else I can say.
It's all right.
Yay.
Top priority now is finding that body.
Find the blood guy, and we got this.
You can make it up to me later. 10 bags or so of chocolate snackoos should do the trick nicely.
I was
So
gonna
I
That's
say that.
$7,000
I
in
was
it.
gonna say that.
You should watch your sugar intake, Emma.
I'll do what I want.
8,000
I'm
calories.
a grown woman.
Okay, let me keep that in mind as I present to you this revolver.
Why?
Why wear two short ties when you
Hold
can
it.
wear
There's
one
no-
long tie?
This is no time to be waving a bag of snackoos in my face, because apparently that's what a gun
It's
is.
not a bag of snackoos.
It's important that Mr. Latusse's body is missing. That's what's important, okay? We have to
Yes.
find it.
We've established
nom,
that.
nom, 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 nom.
She'd be more convincing if she wasn't standing around eating her precious snackoos. Okay, let's actually go see.
Oh no. Oh no. Look,
examine.
Right there.
Yeah, I know
Examine.
revolver. There should be a body here, but there's not.
But there's
Guys, it's a mark on the floor.
How could this have happened, and why?
It's right there. I saw it.
All right, this is useless. The time has come to go to the backstage hallway,
Mr. Latus.
and then to move again to the Gaviniers' dressing room,
Why?
and then to move again to the stage. Move to the stage.
What are we doing?
July 8th, 12:57 a.m. in the wings.
Doesn't something seem different to you, Apollo?
Yeah, the fact that I can't get the effect to stop playing. There we go. Something is definitely different here.
Yeah.
Let's check it out.
Yeah. It looks
I
different.
feel like I need a catchphrase, Apollo.
Oh,
I think you have one. Let's check it out.
Examine.
That stage there must have been lowered before.
That's the tower that Lamiwar and Prosecutor Gavin were singing on.
Someone must have raised it. I don't see a way to control it from here. Apollo, what about that ladder there against the wall?
The body's at the top of
We
it.
could use that to take a look up top.
The body's at the top of it.
Maybe we should get Emma.
No.
What are you talking about? We have to see this sort of thing for ourselves.
Yeah, Apollo, do not bring Emma here.
I'm not so good with heights.
Of course.
Stop whining and start climbing.
The body's up there. I know
It didn't look that high from below, really.
I feel like Trucy's just waiting to force him into a relationship that he doesn't know about.
Exactly.
Any second. She'd
He's
be like, Edward!
And we're suddenly dating, even though I'm underage. But when we got to the top, I felt every one of those 20 feet down. Of course, I wasn't thinking about the height anymore. Not after what we found up there.
It's the body. It's the body.
We found two things we were looking for and one thing we never expected to find. A walrus, a body, and a guitar. Oh,
Whoa.
what?
What?
The body, guitar in hand, and the pianist, Machi
I
Tobai.
told
no.
you it was the body. See, I'm a genius.
Machi is also dead.
You said a body, not two bodies. Close. No
A
Cupido.
new space!
July
Oh,
8th,
no, this is my
10:09
house.
a.m. Write anything agency.
This is our agency.
Yes.
Wow, that concert last night sure went south in a hurry.
It sounds like something I was going to say.
No kidding. Oh, was that your line? I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Why did they arrest Machi? Why?
Don't look at me like it's my fault. Machi Tobai, the blind pianist. Oh, so he's not dead? Okay, I missed that. Arrested on suspicion of murdering Romaine Latouche.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He was just taking a nap next to the body.
I can't believe such a cute little boy could do something so horrible.
Yeah, he can.
I guess they
Mice
had
like
proof.
that.
I guess they had proof of some kind.
What proof could possibly something?
Whoa!
Morning.
Morning.
It's actually kind of weird.
Prosecutor Gavin?
Guten Tag. What a night, huh? I apologize for being so upset.
Mr. Gavin, do you know what's going on?
Huh? No clue.
Why did they arrest Machi? Why?
Don't look at him like it's his fault either.
It might be. It was tough for me too. We performed together that night after all. Yet, there was a
Yes.
breaks. The powers that be say that, excuse me, given the circumstances,
Having some snackoos.
it could only have been him.
How could
having
you talk at a
snack
time like this, Prosecutor Gavin?
food. I'm always hungry. I'm like 12 feet tall.
What do you mean by the circumstances? Is that like being European?
Almost exactly like being European. You know nothing about it, do you? La Miroir was invited from Bourguignon. La Hemorrhoid was invited from Bourguignon as an ambassador of goodwill. It is vital that this case be wrapped up swiftly.
So we just need to accuse anyone and make it stick, all right? That's basically it.
That's all the powers that
Good-
be want, really.
Good night, Illness. Sleep well. Right to bed, Illness. No more Final Fantasy VII remake
Auf
today.
Wiedersehen. Auf Wiedersehen.
Well, those are
Bye. And you,
circumstances,
and you.
all right. But what makes Machi the only possible suspect?
Her forehead. Right place at wrong time. No. You seem to have forgotten that you are talking to the prosecution, the enemy.
I just didn't want to
Are
drag
we the
you in.
baddies?
I didn't want to drag you into court and defeat you again, Clavier. It's just... Oh, right. I think I like this side of Prosecutor Gavin better, actually.
I am not at liberty to discuss the particulars of the case.
Cool.
Especially not to the defense attorney.
What did you just say? Me, the defense attorney?
Aren't you the defense attorney?
Okay. Okay.
That's what I came to tell you. He's down at the detention center. He wants to request your services.
Sorry, I don't speak Wingding. You mean Machi? Machi wants me?
This is what we've been waiting for, Apollo. Let's get
No.
going.
Excuse you?
Percy.
Right. What?
Good luck. You're gonna need it. I'm off to question
Lamir.
L'amour.
Right. Later. I hope I'm up to this.
Auf Wiedersehen.
You never are, Apollo.
July 8th,
Why you
detention
keep me
center.
around?
Visitor's room.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good thing Trucy speaks Zap Dingbats.
Well, that was fast. I refuse to believe a cute little kid like that could do something so terrible.
You said
Didn't you
that.
just say that?
Yeah.
You said that already.
Well, I'm saying it again to make my point.
Oh, you see the
Good, he's
light
speaking
across
in
the
Morse code. You
sunglasses?
can translate it.
S-O-S-O-S.
Save our
Machi.
pianist.
Everything is going to be okay.
Mama.
Yeah,
We're
speak
here for
slower. That
you.
means they'll understand you.
I'm working on it.
Hi. Maybe you can tell me about last night?
Yeah, why is that last one always the guy bent over?
What?
Sunglasses.
That was when I realized how tough it must be. A little kid like this speaks only in ASCII text. In a country so far from everything he's ever known. He's like Twitch chat in real life.
Maybe Lamir Moores can help.
Her names are purple. It's funny. But didn't Prosecutor Gavin say she was with him?
Flashback to literally 2 seconds.
I want to watch it.
Well, what are we gonna do?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything we can do but go with
Oh,
this.
never mind. Not sci-fi.
And hope for the best at the trial tomorrow, sure. Just
That
Oh,
sounds
man.
like a
Tomorrow?
wow. Oh no. To be continued. I told you
That
we were near
was
the
it.
trial.
Continue ed.
Continue it.
Save your progress.
The
Yes.
trial starts tomorrow, and we have no evidence and no witnesses.
It's like-
Perfect.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I am ready, Your Honor.
Blind.
We need
July
to-
9th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 3.
I hate it. Understand things. I hate it. Oh,
Shut up. The court is now in session for. How do I say that?
Sorry.
Prosecutor, are you eating in the courtroom?
Yes, I've been very hungry of late. They don't feed rock stars the way they used to. Machi Tobae. Let me do that again. Sorry. Machi Tobae. Your Honor, the pixie of the arpeggio.
Everyone's got a name. The Pixie of the Arpeggio.
Right. His trial. Court is in session.
we can't do it again.
The defense is ready, like I'm European, Your Honor.
With what? The prosecution is A-OK,
You're not
Herr
ready.
Judge.
I'm so scared.
Very well, Prosecutor Gavin.
My opening statement here.
No, actually. There was something else I wanted to ask you about.
Yes, I use Head and Shoulders. Oh, no, wait, that's no use to you. Okay. Yes?
Say you're going to visit someone in the hospital with an incurable disease.
Stay the fuck at home.
What
Wash
do you
your
say
hands.
to them?
Wash your hands. Use dial soap. Eh?
I mean, you wouldn't say, get well soon, right?
You know, the judge has always been just one lane short of a full highway as it is, and I feel like we're really,
I love
Seeing it in full swing right now.
yeah.
You'd only be kicking them when they're down.
Gavin shouldn't
Yeah,
recuse
you're
himself.
good,
That's
Judge.
that's like assuming that perjury rules don't exist, Kevin. I mean, like, come on.
I
In the
love
world of Apollo Justice, anything goes.
There are no
Um,
laws here, Coven.
What are you talking about?
Actually, I'm going to visit someone who's terminally ill.
Oh no.
Boy, that's the world's worst Make-A-Wish Foundation wish right there.
Right after this trial,
Oh no.
the Chief Justice's son.
The Chief Justice?
His son is afflicted with a most terrible disease.
God.
He doesn't have long, it seems.
Uh,
So I thought I'd go pay him a visit.
Why does that voice sound like a baby version of
I thought saying something moving might be the order of the day.
what?
Why don't grown-ups ever just say what's on their mind instead of pretending?
look at
That's
me.
a
I
good
just
question,
I just say panties and everything's clear.
That's actually a good
She's
question.
looking
All
at
you
me.
have on your
My
mind,
fault.
all you have on your mind, Trucy, is your hat.
Hey, what are you looking at me like that for?
Oh.
Shut up. In any case, I'm a bit busy today, so let's wrap this up quickly.
What?
What was
Everyone
all of
telling
that?
us this.
You know?
Prosecutor Gavin, your opening statement, briefly.
You're in luck, Herr Judge. I believe you'll be going on your hospital visit sooner than you think.
Pulls out gun.
Hmm?
First, to review, the victim in this case, Romain Letouche, age
35.
35.
Wow.
35?
Someday the judge is going to be like, well, when I reach the age of 49, like, just like every one of this.
Yeah.
Okay.
The global manager for diva songstress Lamour. The cause of death, blood loss due to bleeding.
Due to loss of blood.
Due to loss of blood from bleeding. Why? I don't know. Maybe from being shot. The cause of death, blood loss due to being shot by a large caliber revolver.
Feel better, Shadowed. We'll talk to you tomorrow, man.
Later, Shannon. Feel better, buddy. This report has all the details.
The court accepts this into evidence.
Letouche's autopsy report added to the court record, which will be the first time we've seen it.
45 caliber. That's quite large, isn't it?
Indeed, and that makes you say, do you feel lucky, Judge? Well, do you?
Maybe for you, Judge.
A direct hit from that could knock a man off his feet.
It did. I think it did.
Litus.
However, the bullet struck him in his shoulder.
On my shoulder.
The da-
In my shoulder.
the damage to the body was slight. Death was not immediate.
I'm sorry. The damage to the body was slight.
Yeah, it looks like his whole shoulder is gone.
He was just a tiny little hole, but then he lost gallons of blood. How about it destroyed his entire shoulder? Like,
Yeah, exactly. There's nothing left. Sadly, his blood loss was such that he could not be saved.
I suppose the victim's condition could have been much worse, considering.
yes, he could have been annihilated by a tactical nuke. What are you talking about?
He had to, no, he had to see what his condition was in.
Condition was in.
2 shots were fired.
That's true. He's dead. That was the worst condition.
Stop. Yeah, what's that sound? Everybody sees the tooth going down. 1 shot missed. Yeah. The other shot penetrated and passed through the victim's shoulder.
Get it over with, Claudia.
Both bullets. Both bullets. Are you saying I'm taking too long, Fraulein? Let me tell you. This is my opening statement. Both bullets were found in the vault at the scene. Observe the diagram.
There's going to be a problem here already because this bullet is not. There's a wall here.
Yep.
So unless he
Now, this
diagonally shot
diagram
across.
is to scale. No, it's not. Wow, look at that diagram.
Isn't that the
This
door?
is where the bullets hit.
No, there's a window over here, but that's not a door. That's the door right there.
I see. The court accepts this evidence.
You'll just accept anything. Good for you.
Diagram added to the court record.
If we're talking about a 45 caliber revolver,
Oh, boy.
we must assume that the killer was adept at the weapon's use. Trucy.
Really?
Yeah, apparently weapons that size have a powerful kickback. I've heard
Why would
rumors that
you
it can knock a man off his feet.
And why would you assume that they were an expert? Because they picked it up?
If, say, the judge tried to fire one, it would break every bone in his body.
Every
That
bone.
somehow his head would stay intact.
The defense will take more care in choosing examples.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I meant that if we were trying to explain this to the mind, someone with the mind of a child, like you, Your Honor, we might say that.
What?
Would you all, in the words of the judge, shut up? As I was saying, the victim was shot backstage in a dressing room.
Yeah, that makes sense.
This dressing room has only one entrance, this door.
That does seem to be the case, yes.
However, there were witnesses who heard the gunshots.
Yes.
He's talking about you and Emma, huh?
Where was Trucy?
Yet when the witnesses entered the room, it was empty, save for the victim's body, of course.
But that's impossible! Inconceivable!
Don't tell me what's impossible!
Exactly. This murder was impossible.
Indeed, not guilty.
Everyone's still alive. Case dismissed. For all but one person.
One person?
That is, of course, the defendant, Machi Toababababai.
Only this defendant could have committed the crime? But how?
It's quite simple. The circumstances of the crime scene make it clear.
Shut up. Very well. I assume you have testimony to back up this claim.
No.
In this court you don't need backup.
Let the witness please take the stand.
It can't. He can't.
Emma the
What?
witness.
Emma.
Your name and profession, Fraulein.
Boo.
Emma Sky. I'm a detective. No,
So
wrong
what?
voice, sorry. Emma Sky. I'm a detective for the police department. I was on security detail at the concert forum that night.
Emma seems tired somehow.
Yeah, she's too
tired.
busy stacking.
Security at the concert, you say?
some security I was. Couldn't even stop a murder. I mean, that's pretty hard to do, but...
Now, don't blame yourself. Things like this happen.
All the time!
I've made even bigger mistakes. What?
Wow.
I've made even bigger mistakes in my career, you know.
There was the
And
time
now
that
I'm
I let this
bald.
psychopath out and he killed 35 more people, and
Yeah.
I'm sure that makes her feel much better.
To hear about these bigger mistakes.
No, you don't.
I did.
In any case, the hell was that?
My cell phone.
Oh,
I apologize, it buzzed on the table.
Womp.
Boom, boom,
Suddenly Hans Zimmer. Womp.
boom, boom, boom. Because you were on security detail, the crime was quickly discovered, and we were able to identify the killer. You may give the court your testimony, and then you can join me for dinner tomorrow night. Would you like to do that? Oh, I'm sorry, we'll do that later. If you would. Describe the circumstances of the day and your discovery of the crime, please.
Don't point at me like that. All right.
Witness testimony. Murderous circumstances.
She's Emma, not Machito.
The night of the murder, I was on security backstage at Prosecutor Gavin's request. Only people involved with the concert in some way were allowed backstage.
Okay.
At the beginning of the third set, I heard shots. And not, the woo shots!
Yeah.
I went into my room filled with blaring rock music and found the body. I examined the scene and determined that only the defendant could have done it.
We were watching you. Did you not see that?
I like potatoes. It was lucky that a detective was the first on the scene.
But that door was the only way out of the room, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Then I don't get it. How can they say that Mach did it?
Looks like we need a
He
bit
did
more
not.
information.
Very well. The defense may begin the cross-examination.
Don't get cross on your cross-examination.
Cross-examination. Murderous circumstances.
The night of the murder, I was on security backstage at the prosecutor.
Hold it! What do you mean, security? No, the night of the murder was the night of the concert, yes?
That's right.
What was the detective doing on security detail, might I ask? If it was only a concert.
My thoughts exactly. But orders are orders, even when they come from rock gods.
Prosecutor Gavin?
Rock gods.
Smelled?
Sorry. I smelled something that day, and he who smelled it dealt it. No, and he's... I smelled something that day. You might say it smelled like a casserole. No, the stench of conspiracy. That day, at the concert hall.
Conspiracy?
Oh, goddamn right it is. No. Well, isn't it obvious, Herr Forehead? My keys. That whole morning, no, that whole day was ruined. And it's all because someone stole my keys. I couldn't ride my hog to the show. Is he sweating or crying? I can't tell.
I think it's like
Change
the
a little bit of
sweat of
It's
not
a
being
mixture
able...
of both.
Yeah.
I couldn't ride my hog to the show. I couldn't open my guitar
I
case.
couldn't ride my guitar case to the show.
I was constipated all day.
There he goes again.
Isn't it possible he simply misplaced them?
Misplaced them. Sorry, I just busted a blood vein. Sorry, give me a second. Misplaced items don't just wander into murderous victims' hand on their own.
Exactly. So tell us
Hand
more.
on their own?
What's this? Prosecutor Gavin, if your keys were in the victim's hand, that makes you a prime suspect.
Well, there's a prime suspect. I already wondered about that. Like,
Make sure it's Twitch Prime.
Diddly no!
Twitch Prime.
Oh.
Of slow acting anew at Requine won't be waiting for you.
He's singing something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we get that.
Does everything with this guy have to be so over the top?
Good question.
The love boat. What? The killing happened in the middle of my concert.
We know that.
I was like a sailor adrift on a sea of sound.
Big waves.
Sound.
Okay.
I didn't want anything else stolen. So I put the detective with the most time on their hands on the task.
I see. I can accept that.
Good, that clears everything up. Moving on.
Well, I can't. What do you mean?
Shut up, please. Testimony.
Only people involved with the concert in some way were allowed backstage.
Hold it! When you say this is a
backstage?
concert, we were let in, though.
I didn't know about that. I certainly didn't invite
You're
you.
certainly terrible at your job. I gave the Fraulein special permission to be there. Wait, hold on. I nearly read that as I gave the Fraulein special. I gave the Fraulein special.
Wow.
I Rockstar. No.
Mhm.
I gave the Fraulein special permission to be there. I wanted to see her again. What?
Oh boy, did you hear that? We're officially involved now.
Yeah, that's
Wait,
great.
wait a minute.
Gee, great.
Some other hangers-on tried to get backstage, but I drove them off.
So no other outsiders were there then.
Or just threw snacks.
And then- At the beginning of the third set, I heard shots.
Hold it! I believe we were having a chat when we heard the shots.
You were the one chatting. I was eating snackoos.
Ah,
That-
hey, no snacking in court.
Snap! Snap into his Slim Jim!
Stop it.
And you're sure these shots came from this room?
Yes, absolutely.
Hey, I'm the one being cross-examined here.
Shut up.
Here. This'll keep you quiet.
Hey, Tom.
Here's a piece of
Ah, thanks. So, all right. All right, so, how about it, Emma?
We were right. I don't. We were right there. Hard to be mistaken about that.
Please, either talk or eat, not both at the same time. Basic
What was
manners.
the problem?
Right, so, after that, me and Mr. Lawyer there opened the dressing room door.
I went into the room filled with blaring rock music and found the body.
Hold it. Rock?
And roll.
Paper, scissors. Blaring, yes.
When you say rock, are you referring perhaps to my pet rock? To this rock and roll music
The
that's
kids,
so
these
popular
music
these
loves.
days?
So
love today.
popular.
Judge.
That's
Is that like
that's right.
Depeche Mode?
When we went into the dressing room, music was blaring over the speaker on the wall.
They pipe sound from the stage into the backstage through speakers. That way people in the back can hear when they're supposed to be on stage.
Did it have to be so loud?
You don't listen to the Gaviniers with your ears, Hair Forehead? You feel it with your entire body and soul. I always have the backstage monitors at full volume.
When we walked in the room, the band was playing Guilty Love, I believe, making it easy to determine the time of the crime.
If you could hear that music playing.
Then everyone on stage for that song has an alibi. Including myself.
Anyway, I closed off the scene and started my investigation.
Really?
I examined the scene and determined that only the defendant could have done it.
Hold it. How could you know something like that?
As I said, it was clear from the circumstances.
I like your glasses.
Thank you. Listen. We know there was only one exit from the room. That door. No, not that one that says do not open. That's a window.
Mhm.
That's a small window that only opens a tiny crack.
Have you considered that a rat might have done this?
And I was standing in front of that door. So, how could the killer have fled the scene? Oh, we already, it's the vent.
Yeah.
There's only one possibility. The air vent. Air vent.
Ah,
I wonder if they're going to...
Objection! But that air vent was too small. Who could possibly...
Exactly.
What?
There's certainly no way you could get through. Nor me. The only one who could fit through
The small
was a
one.
child.
A child.
Remember, access to those rooms was limited. Only those involved with the concert were allowed.
And of all the people involved with the concert, only one is small enough to be considered a child.
You, Trucy.
Trucy?
I knew it.
the defendant?
No, Your Honor, you. What?
Oh,
The pixie of the arpeggio flitted up toward the sky
Yep. You said it, Rockon.
and disappeared from the scene of the crime.
Objection! But that's just conjecture.
Oh? There was no other way out of that room. You were there. You should know. Herr Forehead.
Huh?
You couldn't even fit your forehead through the vents.
And there's another vital piece of evidence.
Evidence? What?
What's that? I've never heard of such a
What is
thing.
evidence?
Marks were found on the air vent grill. Traces that it had been recently opened.
As opposed to the George Foreman grill,
Wait,
which
what?
is a completely different part of the scene.
And something else was found, quite clearly.
A camera
hey.
which had shot a picture of Machi going into the air vent saying,
Yes.
they'll never catch me for this crime.
Except it sounded more like blah blah blah.
Blah, blah, blah. What? Why would he know this?
Okay.
shut up.
Is it Mochi or Machi?
Order, order, order. 2 number 9s and number 6 with extra cheese.
The air vent was the only way out of the room. The defendant's fingerprints were found on the grill.
Okay, yeah, but where's your evidence? Oh.
Well, Herr Forehead. What fairy tale does this suggest to you? Only one could pass through the vent. I wonder where the vent.
Look,
That doorway to heaven.
there's a lady who knows, okay?
And we're going on a doorway to heaven.
You know, I have a
And
quick
that one
question.
is our pixie.
I'm wondering where that vent leads to.
Good question.
Because if he was gonna hide the body,
Well, no, just that he needed to escape, is what they were thinking.
yes, I know, but then the body is missing later.
Later on.
Which means he probably had to go through the door because of Mr. Watusi so big. So I'm wondering where that vent leads
It's
to.
a good question.
Leads to the truth.
It does.
Ahem.
Trucy.
Trissy, you look as if you want to say something.
I'm sorry, my mother. Okay. Why are you looking at me, Apollo?
You shouldn't be speaking to your mother? Oh.
Hey, I was out whooping it up in the heights.
So
Whooping
this
up.
was
wasn't the
his
only thing you were
decisive
whooping. What?
evidence.
I was
Quite
whooping.
decisive whipping indeed. Shut up myself.
We're
I
making
believe that's enough of
whooping.
that.
What?
The prosecution has a rather convincing case. Guilty. I am the only way
In and out of the crime scene.
We
was
have no
watched.
evidence and all conjecture. Well, I think this is an open and shut case.
The defendant is the only one who could possibly leave the scene. Simple and decisive.
Just the way I like it.
I believe we've heard enough to determine our verdict. Even if I wasn't in a hurry to make a hospital visit.
Okay.
I'm sure the Chief Justice will appreciate the gesture. Unfortunately, we have no direct witnesses. Fortunately, the criminal is left. A sentence that I wasn't reading correctly. Fortunately, the criminal left decisive evidence for us.
Right, Trish?
That will have to be enough.
Arg! It can't be over already.
Very well. I believe this trial is finished. If the defense has no contradicting evidence,
The prosecution has presented our proof Clear and plain. Clear and plain, clear and plain.
Hair, forehead.
Clear forehead, you have failed today. If you have Oh God, okay. Anytime you can get in a Sound of Music reference.
It's good. It's a good
Don't.
time.
Don't. If you have any contradicting evidence, it better be clear and plain.
Paulo, they've got us on the ropes already. We better come up with something quick. Use your special vision.
I know. Think.
The
What can
bracelet,
get us
slow
out of this?
down.
We need evidence or a witness that can prove Machi isn't beyond a doubt.
It's a
With
shame
that
you're terrible
doubt-
at your job.
Mr. Justice, do you have contradicting proof that can overturn the prosecution's case? If you do, you'd better tell us about it now.
This is it, and so soon. If I mess this one up, it's all over. The court wants contradicting proof. I call the witness. Prosecutor Gavin, you claim that there were no witnesses to this crime. Are you absolutely sure?
Absolutely. I'd swear it on my career as a prosecutor. That's a bad idea.
Guess you have to
boss.
quit your day job.
And on my million-seller hit song, Atroquinine, My Love. What the hell is that?
There he goes again.
That's too bad, because there was a witness.
Can I get a witness?
Merry Christmas.
Yes, Your Honor, it's true. Santa Claus saw the whole thing.
Really now? But how did you come to possess knowledge the prosecution clearly does not?
Well, Your Honor, sometimes people are born with certain gifts, and because I am the only one in the world who knows this.
Except for
A
me.
certain set of skills.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I've been
What's
shot.
going on? I just talked to him, and now
Look for the siren.
he's alive. Mr. Latouche, can you hear me?
Rosebud. Aunt. So, without the word witness.
You're cold? Don't worry, you're going to be fine. Help is on the way, even though you have no shoulder.
Here, I'll put some ice on that wound.
Can't see.
Hang in there, Mr. Latouche. Tell me, who is the witness?
The witness is he. Siamese cat. Siren. Sayonara.
What? The victim said this before he died.
Perhaps he did. And perhaps he did not.
Perhaps he did. What do you mean by that?
All we know is what her forehead says he said. He said. It's no testimony. Especially since it comes from the defense attorney himself.
Objection!
Oh,
But it's the truth. He said it. I even told you about it. But apparently you ignored me completely.
It is my policy to fully investigate everything I deem relevant. Clearly, this rookie lawyer thinks he can tell me how to do my job.
Let's see, I believe the last time we happened to meet in court, this rookie lawyer cleaned your clock.
Shut up. That's enough. Mr. Justice, we need clear contradictory proof from you.
Of course.
This witness of yours unknown to the prosecution. I hope you're right. Failure carries a stiff penalty. You'll have to
Death.
restart from your last save.
Whoa!
Perhaps a stiffer penalty than usual is called for. Firing squad, come in.
There's no backing out now.
Let's hear the name of your witness, Mr. Justice.
It's Phoenix right now.
It's bad hat guy.
I present. Take that.
Oh, well.
La Mawawa? La...
Recall Mr. Latouche's last words.
Oh, the witness is Siren.
By that I mean in Borginian, her name.
The siren. Oh! He meant the siren!
Can't fool
He
you,
heard a
Judge.
police car go by.
Wow, truly you have a dizzying intellect. That's right, the siren of the ballad, La Miwa. La Miwa was only on stage for the second set, and she had access to the backstage area. She could have been a witness.
Witness.
I see. Well, Prosecutor Gavin,
My claim still
Oh,
stands.
too bad with you.
There was no witness to this crime.
Very well. Let's hear it from the horse's mouth then, shall we?
It's a very offensive, and not a horse.
We will now take a break from Detective Emma Sky's cross-examination. Please show Lamir Royer to the witness stand.
La Mirror.
Exactly. Lamir Wow would say nothing the night of the murder. Not today, though. Today we'll drag that story out of her no matter what it is. Aha.
It is my distinct honor to welcome the siren of the ballad to our courtroom.
I wonder if she now goes back into wingdings. Oh, no, okay.
You are too kind.
You can speak English?
Yes. Yes, I can. Though I am not very good, there is much I do not know.
Like how to lie convincingly.
You speak so well. Have you spent time here before?
Actually, I do not know how I came by my knowledge of your language.
I just woke up one day and it
this
happened.
morning and cast a spell upon myself.
It's a miracle of the Matrix.
Nor where I studied it.
What?
That's new information.
What does she mean she doesn't know?
I too thought to call her as a witness, but I did not. I had the reason, of course.
What's that?
L'Amour suffers from amnesia.
I do
Really?
not remember this.
Really?
Oh no.
Amnesia,
We have
the
to-
critically acclaimed horror game.
Le miroir.
She can only remember the last 10 minutes.
Le miroir is not my true name.
My true name is Kill Someone with Revolver. Yeah.
Yet I remember nothing of the time before I was given it.
It's a yikes
Nothing
from
of
you,
the
dog.
time before I started singing on the stage.
Whoa! She's even more mysterious than I thought.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Love Tracy.
As lauded singer, L'Amour. She lives a good life.
But she cannot remember it.
Oh.
There are little difficulties for her, thanks to her success. Yet, I did not wish to subject her to unnecessary stress.
Yeah, well, too bad. Stress.
I see. I care surprisingly little about people's pasts.
Okay.
You have nothing to fear in this court, La Morgan.
Isn't that exactly what you're supposed to be ruling on? What the hell are you talking about?
La Mirabella.
Well, Morgan.
Thank you.
I've already forgot who you are, bald man.
Yet there is something I do not understand.
Who are you?
I am being called as a witness. What might I say? No one will tell me anything of what happened.
La Miroir. Let me be frank, even though I'm
You
Gavin.
are alive.
Frankfurter.
It's actually Gavin, but I will be frank for now, so that I know it's confusing, but I assume I'm frank for the time being. I did not want to ask you up here to testify.
I know you may have forgotten that, even though I just said it 90 seconds ago, but
By the way, I'm frank. Yet, that young gentleman with the wide forehead over there was adamant that you stand.
Oh my.
Congratulations, Apollo. You're the bad guy.
yeah.
Are we the baddies?
Ugh.
Shut up. Well, now that you're here, please give us your testimony. If nothing else, the sound of your voice is welcome.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, gee.
Tell us what you saw the night of the crime.
Okay.
Witness testimony. What I saw.
I don't remember a thing. May I go now?
For what I saw nothing. That night, I was invited to sing on the stage, and this I did.
I'm so mad that she has
I did not return backstage after the second set. Then I was led by the police to Mr. Gavin's dressing room, and I was told to wait there. That was where I learned that something had happened, but I wasn't told the details.
I must say, you sound wonderful just testifying.
Oh, my goodness. Are you kidding?
Thank you.
I hope he was too distracted to hear what she was actually saying.
There you have it. She saw nothing that night. Now we can only pray that the defense has the sense to admit defeat and refrain from detaining her here longer than need be.
Wow, you just got badder, Apollo. Way to go.
Woohoo!
Metal
I-
AF.
This is going so well for you, Apollo.
No, it's
Very well, Mr. Justice. Keep it short and sweet.
very well, Your Honor. Suck it. I don't know. Lamiwa
Oh,
wouldn't talk to me the night of the crime. She must know something, and I've got to find out what.
What?
Maybe my bracelet will help here. Cross-examination. What I saw.
As for what I saw nothing.
Hold it! When you say nothing, do you mean nothing or everything? But you must have seen something. Mr. Latou's named you.
Letus. Mr. Letus. How can I tell you what I don't know?
Lamiwa! He said you were a witness with his dying words.
I do not know what he meant to say, but that night. I am not guilty and you cannot prove it.
You're invited to, what were you, sing on stage?
And this I did.
Hold it! It was a great concert.
You heard me sing. Thank you.
I was hoping to get an autograph later, actually.
Of course.
Shut up.
Mr. Justice, this is a cross-examination. You're out of line. I'm first in line for an autograph.
That's what he literally says.
I'll say that's the line instead. One on my gavel would be nice.
Wow.
So instead
that
of
a
saying
metaphor?
shut up, I could say
Yeah. What is everybody doing here? Herr Judge,
What's this?
it's my autograph.
Now keep it.
Now keep this trial moving.
I didn't ask for this. What? Oh, my grandchild will be so happy.
Apparently his grandson is a big fan.
Let us continue, shall we?
Please.
Or if you would, la mémoire.
Love it when you say it that way.
Tell us what you did after your stellar performance.
Well, I went and I killed a man. I mean,
I knew
I
it.
did
Wait, that's
not
the-
return backstage after the second set.
hold it! What about the third set? No, you did not return backstage once? Where were you then? What were you doing?
Well, I was cleaning up the stage.
Cleaning?
There are many things I must do for a performance other than simply sing.
Just
Do you not
cleaning?
get paid?
They denied
baking?
me my interns.
Making sushi? And was Machi with you at the time?
Unfortunately, I do not know where he was.
Machi was
mu-
having mochi.
So much for an alibi for Machi.
So Machi.
Machi Pichu.
He's so muchy.
What is Machu Picchu writing Pikachu?
Oh, I was led by the police to Mr. Gaffron's dressing room, and I told him to wait there.
Hold it! With Machi, correct? How was he then?
He seemed as he always does. Though I believe he was shocked by the news of Mr. Letus's death. Letus? He's not the type to show much emotion.
Yes.
He puts
He's
all
given the
of
police no end of headaches.
them.
He answers most questions with silence, and those glinting frames speak nothing. The questioning hasn't gotten very far.
We sat there waiting. That was when I learned that something had happened, but I wasn't told the details.
Hold it! How was the incident explained to you?
I was told nothing in detail, only that Mr. Letus had died.
Of course, investigations require some security.
But Mr. Letus was my manager. I wanted to know more. I should have been told. Both Maki and I were beside ourselves with concern.
Are you sure?
I'm trying to assure you.
Allow me to apologize, but please understand. keeping you in the dark was as painful for me as it was for you.
Oh, yes, I understand.
Think, what doesn't ring true about her testimony?
It's hard to imagine Lemirror's lying.
She might not be lying, but she's hiding something. What wouldn't she tell me the night of the murder? Okay, so this is back to this. So, let's see. Is there a tell? Right. Waiting to see if there's a tell.
Didn't we find her brooch on the scene of the crime?
We
did.
did, yeah, that's right. So, actually, that's true. Maybe about the backstage thing. That's when we would do that. All right.
Because she's saying she's not there,
Objection!
but technically...
I'm sorry, Lamiwa, but I'm having trouble believing you.
But why?
You remember this brooch, do you not?
Why, that's Lamiroise. She was wearing it for her song.
Care to add that to the testimony, Prosecutor Gavin?
Mein Gott, what do you mean?
This brooch was found after the murder took place, at the very scene of the crime.
What?
That's right, sweat cry.
I always love it when it's sweating.
Lamiwa, how did your brooch get backstage if you did not go there yourself? Confess! And as Prosecutor Gavin has just told us, you had been wearing it during your performance that night. What?
Oh! I did not mean to show my face.
That's funny.
What is the meaning of this? La Miral, please explain.
It means she's guilty.
Lamiwa? Oh,
No,
come
I do
on.
not speak words anymore.
She says English is quite difficult.
Sure she does. That trick's not going to work here.
More symbols in which you do not understand.
Yeah, somehow they do translate back into English that makes sense, even though it doesn't make sense.
You cannot understand me.
Oh my gosh. How do we know she's
Your forehead may be large, but you are a lawyer.
commentating
truly.
about his forehead?
Your name isn't John Dennison, is it, Javier? Because it makes me wonder.
But you have missed one important fact.
Oh boy.
What now?
What symbols?
In fact, at the time of the incident,
Oh great.
I went backstage, but only for a moment.
Oh, interesting. So that it changes everything in your testimony. What?
Took a moment.
Just some more symbols in a man
There it is.
with some. Okay.
So think back to the moment of the crime.
Oh,
You know where you know whereof I speak.
okay.
You know that the dwarves drank too greedily and too deep. Is she really saying all that?
A Balrog.
What's she talking about, Apollo?
Right when the incident occurred. Ah! Is she talking about that?
Watch this room for me. I have to call for backup.
Right, understood.
Excuse me.
You want me to make sure no one comes in, right? You want me to stay here and make sure he doesn't leave. Okay. Mr. Latouze, can you hear me?
Court, witness.
You're cold? Don't worry, you're going to be fine. Help's on the way. First, please tell me some rather obscure reference to the witness.
Witness is side. Gangnam Style side. Siren.
Siren? How could a siren witness anything? Yipes! Emma, what was that? Well, who's there?
What's wrong?
Emma, did you see anyone just now?
Huh? No?
Could have sworn I heard a door close.
I looked into the room. Just a glance, mind you.
Wow.
So this was when your brooch dropped.
Or your alibi.
That explains that. It's really simple, actually.
It does.
Can we move on?
There was no other time I could have dropped it.
But that's ridiculous. You only looked in for an instant, but you dropped your brooch?
How dare you cross-examine her? Her forehead. She has raised a possibility. The only thing that can counter that is evidence.
Yeah, that's not how this works. She's raised a possibility, and she needs evidence.
So she looked in at the crime scene.
Actually, I intended to go into the dressing room. I knew nothing of what had happened, of course.
Oops, sorry.
But the moment I opened the door, I heard a horrible voice.
Her forehead shouting, "Who's there?" No doubt.
No, that was the good part.
That's depressing.
A horrible voice indeed.
Ugh.
I closed the door immediately. Oh,
Well, that explains the brooch.
No.
Let's return to your testimony.
That's too convenient. She's hiding something. Let me wah! You did look into the room, though, right?
yes,
Testify as to what you saw!
very well. Though it was only the briefest of glimpses.
Uh-huh.
That.
Bracelet.
When my performance was finished, I went backstage for just a moment.
Wabow!
What's that?
Time to learn. I will perceive.
I'm confused.
We're looking for a tell, something that she only does.
Her hands, maybe?
Yeah, I can't get down that
Her
far.
Can't see them.
eyes?
I think it's her. Yeah.
It's gotta be your eyes. It's the only. Is there-
All right, let's try that again.
What are we looking for?
Something where she does something different than
tell.
she
We're looking
normally
for a
does, like a
tell.
tell.
Maybe it's her lips. Nope.
Mayor.
Ma wah wah.
Wow! Wow!
Ma wah wah.
It's worse than Greedfall lip syncing.
That's it.
Maybe it's not this one.
But the bracelet finally showed up.
Bracelet. Yeah, the bracelet
Maybe
glowed.
Maybe it's on another one. I don't
Could
know.
be. Maybe I have to press her first.
That's what I'm thinking. I don't think this is the right moment for perception.
Yeah, it's just interesting that the bracelet showed
Because
up.
she's
though.
telling you the truth if she went backstage. You're looking for the moment she lied, which is that she was only there for a brief moment.
Well, right, that's that part right there, the just a moment part.
Hmm.
But I don't see anything.
All right, I will hold it.
When my
Performance.
performance was finished, I went backstage just for a moment.
Hold it. What did you see in that brief glimpse?
I had only opened the door slightly when I heard that horrible voice.
And shut the door.
I have always wondered her forehead. Does that voice of yours lack a volume knob?
It's my cords of steel, man. Just back off. Okay, yeah, I see.
No, that's yeah.
Wait,
Oh,
This is
yeah.
the, It's new one. Yeah.
But that's a new one. Yeah, you
Yeah.
might be able to see something there.
And also, I'm gonna press her on this too because how did she see exactly? How did she see it if
Right.
it was behind a wall?
Mr. Lettuce's body was behind the wall.
Hold it. A wall? Was there a wall there?
Is what in English?
A division or partition, I believe. It was a large dressing room, divided into two halves.
And you couldn't see. And the murder took place in the inside half. I guess that partition might have hidden the body. Okay, we already know about this. All right. So this is, I think you're right, Rob. This is where there has to. Bracelet, perceive time.
Do it.
Show me your eyes.
Mr. Lettuce's body.
Are we just gonna do her eyes and then do her mouth?
Yeah.
What about her hands?
I was thinking
There's
her
a lot
hands.
going on here.
Did she even have her hands out?
No.
Guys, we should do their mouth.
Yeah.
Arv, stop obsessing over her neckline. Come on. No.
Oh, wait, what is her neck? Or is that just the thing? No, that was weird.
Was she for a second not talking?
I don't know.
Let's try that again. I saw nothing. Right. Wait.
Look at her neck.
But she's not talking there.
Yeah, but yeah, see, she's like breathing heavily. It's right before.
Okay, I'll do the one more time. So her neck?
Yeah.
What?
Right after she says, "I saw nothing," she's like. Right there.
Uh-huh, yep, you're right. Good call.
She swallowed. Yep, she nervous swallows.
Nice work.
Whoa! Good catch.
The late Mr. Latouze's body, you say? Yeah, nice work, Zach. I knew it was something about her stopping, but I just didn't see what.
We?
You know something more about Mr. Latouze's death than you are saying.
What?
It's really pretty, actually.
I could see you trying not to remember, but the effort made you swallow. You can't fool my eyes, or your own throat.
It was true. It was so terrible after all. Why did Mr. Latouze have to be shot? Oh,
One moment, Lemois.
we?
What was that you just said? Why did Mr. Latouze have to be shot?
We?
She was hiding something, I knew it. Lemois, I'm afraid you haven't realized it, but your words just now contradict your testimony.
How could that be?
Take this. Lemois contradict her own testimony, and I have the evidence to prove it. Which is that she said the thing about how could he be shot. She said that she didn't know any of the details,
Details about, yes, how could he have been shot? She didn't know any of the details, and the partition was in the way, which means that she couldn't have seen it.
Take that!
If I do not misunderstand the meaning of contradiction, it is you who contradict, Mr.
I don't
Justice.
think that was it.
Huh?
Your evidence is meaningless.
What? Wrong evidence. God bless America. Gotta think this over. All right, what did she say again?
The partition.
Yeah, that's what I tried to show her.
Yeah.
That's right, that totally contradicts her testimony. I showed her the picture of the
brooch. She dropped the brooch at the door before going all the way in. How could she have seen the body if she dropped the brooch at the door?
No, I'm not gonna do that again. I just wanted to look at.
She
Maybe
said
the
she
gun?
dropped the brooch only at the door.
That's
Isn't
true.
What she said initially.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's the thing that they're talking about is the whole why did he have to be shot? That's the contradictory part.
I mean,
But
you
if
show the
she
gun.
didn't see
I guess I
him
could
get
show it.
shot, because she
Yeah, but that's what the partition that I tried to show them was for.
she didn't go
right.
far enough in to even see the partition. She opened the door, dropped the brooch, and left. That's her testimony. That's what she said.
Yeah, that's true.
If she had seen the body, she would have had to go further in the room, meaning she didn't just stop at the door.
I see. So then it's either the okay.
Brooch or the gun, I'd say.
All right, I'll try the brooch. That is then the thing that's been connected to her. Take that. Nope.
No.
Damn it.
Dang it.
Sorry.
That's okay.
That's what I thought it was as well. I don't really know.
Take this. Latouze.
Take that. Ah.
Why? Yeah, it wouldn't be the
What
gun.
about the image of him?
Yeah,
Did
maybe.
you
Oh
save?
wait. What about the?
I'm gonna save it before we go any further.
What about the
Oh shoot.
the medical report?
It's the mixer.
Whoops, I can't do it. Oh wait, what did I just do? Ah!
You killed yourself.
What was that?
Try clicking in the
for?
top left right now. Wait. Click in the top left. There you go.
Yeah, but
Click happy.
Yay! Now you have one chance left.
You do.
Now we can. Well,
Good
we'll
job.
just get through it till.
man,
Good job with this saving thing.
great.
I'm really upset right
But we can do it.
Contrary to her
What
own
is that letter
testimony.
for?
I would say it could be. It could be the image of him dead, which doesn't seem very helpful. But I mean, oops.
Have we even read
Or
it?
it could be his medical report.
Have we even read it?
No.
What I'm understanding is contrary to her own testimony. I like because of the how could he be shot?
Wait, did you just say why did he have to be shot or how?
Yeah, why did he have to be shot?
I don't know.
Translate
I would
for?
present the picture.
Time of death. Time elapsed between shooting and death currently under review.
Is there no? So it's a piece of evidence that contradicts what she just said.
What she just said.
I would do it.
So you presented the room map, didn't work, but you haven't presented the picture of him.
Check the lyrics one more time.
Sugar, sugar. Let me what? Yeah, but that it wouldn't
Like
be.
a bullet of love fire.
No, I don't think it's that either. What's on that? Yeah.
Yeah, but we haven't brought this up at all, though. Like, nah, it isn't that.
I know this is a game.
Oh, what does that say?
That's the NDA, basically.
The NDA, yeah.
Okay, so it's not the murder weapon.
I would try the picture.
I would try the picture too.
You would try.
I mean, we can always reload.
This picture, you mean?
Yes.
Okay. Nope, dead.
Then we must not
no.
have any-
Return to title. Yes, return to the title screen. Do not save. That's what I want. Okay. Continue. Okay.
I'm confuzzled.
I would say maybe the medical report would be the only other thing that would be.
It's the only thing I can think of. Let's see. All right, take that. Nope.
What is it?
I suppose
It's something. No, wait a minute. Wait. We're only looking at the evidence. Can't you also look at what other people
Look
said?
at like people.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
that might be the problem.
Return to the title screen. Do not save. Okay. I guess so.
Continue.
All right, people.
Go to the people.
All right, hold on. When it does that, take this. All right. No, actually, it's not
It
giving me.
wants you to present a piece of evidence.
I
So
thought I
what
just
else?
saw. Wait a minute.
It doesn't. Not when
Yeah,
you're
but
not in here. It
now-
doesn't. It just automatically brings you to that same spot.
So,
Contradicted her own testimony, and I have the evidence to prove it. Okay. She said,
well, we only have 3 options left.
yeah, I mean, we
Yeah.
can just try them all. She said that she walked in, the brooch dropped off when she turned, but she didn't see his body through the half wall.
Right.
Yeah.
She was upstairs for the first and the second act.
So we haven't tried the crime scene photo. We did try
that's the
crime
first
scene.
thing I
did.
tried.
I would try the.
I haven't tried the autopsy report.
NDA.
Oh, the ND.
No, you
Oh, we
just
did try
tried
it.
the
Oh, yeah,
autopsy.
yeah, that's right.
We haven't tried the
Wouldn't be the
keys
key
either.
I don't think it would be the key ring.
The
Me
key
either.
ring
I
or
don't think
the
so.
the music
Why?
mixing
But what
board.
did the NDA say?
It just said to ensure the efficiency. Oh, maybe because it doesn't give any details. So okay, that's really.
Oh, but she
stupid.
gave details that he was shot.
Right. Because remember, she kept saying no one told me any details. That's really stupid, though. That this would be the thing they call
Yeah, this
for.
is
That's
the
the
NDA
that's
for-
that's got to
for
be
us.
it.
Got to be it.
Yeah,
That's so dumb. That.
That's annoying.
that was a hot mess of a way to get.
Tell
there.
me, La Miroir, how did you know he had been shot?
Do you think this is stupid too?
Well, I
Immediately
immediately
following
following
the-
the.
no, this-
Oh, that's you?
Immediately following the incident, a gag order was placed on the scene. This is the document proving that. In your testimony, you told the court, no one told me anything about the incident.
Uh,
Furthermore, you testified that you had seen nothing.
uh,
Yet you knew that Mr. Latouche had been shot. How could you have known?
oh,
Yo-
oh,
Oh,
Why did everything go dark
Wasted.
for a second there?
oh.
are there butterflies gonna like?
La Morgan, the dog.
Not Morgan.
Morgan.
You aren't hiding something from this court, I hope.
That sweet song of hers was sounding a little too sweet.
Now I remember.
Uh-huh.
Please allow me to add to my testimony.
No. How about you give me my hit points back?
Of course. No, you still cannot have your hit points back. All we want to know is justice. No, is the truth.
She looks kind of pale, huh?
Like
Yes,
liars.
I see.
She
Damn it,
saw
Tristan.
something, I know it. Even the victim said so.
I saw bullet holes in the wall. I knew Mr. Letus had been shot.
How did you know?
Bullet holes in the wall that are next to the door?
Yeah, they were next to the door.
But hang on.
Hold it.
But wait. Okay, so one thing. The door opens this way. Why would she look around the door?
Well, right.
She can't look around the door.
Only a glimpse, yet you knew they were bullet holes?
Yes, I recognized him immediately.
Like this has happened to you before.
I have seen bullet holes before, you know.
My last 10 victims when
You have traveled the world as a singer. You only started recently as a murderer. No, you must have sung in places far more dangerous than our country.
like Falsehoodville.
I go wherever my voice is needed. Those places are many these days.
That's really cool. I hope I get to travel like the mirrors one day.
Oh, gosh.
I plan on my... excuse me. I plan on recording my next album overseas. Forgot how to read for a second there. The studios have a different sound, you know.
Exactly. Maybe I should go on a Chords of Steel tour, too.
Yeah, can we focus?
Okay.
I was led by the police to Mr. Gavlin's dressing room and I was told to wait there.
Alright, so I'm going to have to press her on that other one.
That's where I learned that something had happened, but it wasn't all the details.
And that's a lie.
Okay, think with the ring, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so let me get back to that stage. Right, that's the thing we're going to do, but we're going to do that after we save the progress. And since we're coming to the end of this evening as well, although we'll see if we can get past this witness a little bit. Like, by which I mean 5 to 10 minutes. Okay. So, you saw bullet holes in the wall, you knew Mr. Letus had been shot. Now can I present this image? Objection! Music stopped, that's usually a good sign. La Miroir, they call you the siren of the ballad, but lies are hardly becoming of such a creature. That is the ultimate Arvanese smug, by the way, right there. Look at that.
A put down worthy of our prosecutor, Mr. Justice.
Thank you, Judge, I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Such put downs are hardly becoming of you, Apollo.
Yeah, whatever, choose.
I feel like I'm becoming obsolete. Does anybody else get that feeling?
Stop polishing your forehead and start polishing your character, yeah?
What does it even mean? What? Come on, can't I be cool for once?
No.
Observe the diagram. La Miroir, you looked in from the door for just a moment, correct?
Yes, this is so.
There were bullet holes in the room, yes? But they were in the wall the door is on. You see? Assuming you merely glanced into the room, you couldn't have seen those bullet holes.
But yuck!
Yuck!
Bro, it says lying. It's a complete liar.
Is that Egyptian?
Mirror. I actually said your name right for once.
You're a liar.
Okay.
I'm afraid the defense has raised a good point.
We did it!
Good stuff, Lone Wolf.
It appears you've been holding back something.
And I must tell you? I must tell you what it is that I saw?
Yeah.
Yes, we have been saying that.
That's how this works in America.
Yeah.
The happenings in this trial are being recorded and previewed in front of a live audience. And I'm certain it will be on the news. In
You
You understand your reputation is at stake. It falls to you to avoid tarnishing it.
Personally speaking, I still believe that cross-examining her will yield us absolutely nothing.
But she knew how Mr. Letus died, and he named her as a witness. You must have seen something, La Miroir.
Shut up. Very well. La Morrigan, please continue your testimony.
Very well. I shall.
You better.
Witness testimony, what I saw, not yet the real answer.
to
Revenge of
Part
the
the
Sun.
door. I was on my way from stage to the backstage exit.
Okay.
There was something like a little window there.
What?
That's how I saw it.
Through the wall?
Through the window. There were two shots. I couldn't do
To the window,
anything
to the walls.
to stop
Yeah.
it. But it wasn't Mochi. It was a grown person. I know it was.
It was
I
that
could
guy in
tell by the
hallway.
height and the
It's magician.
slight lack
So
of
you
curl.
did witness the crime. And the killer was a grown person, you say?
The guy in the hallway. Baboon.
You say that, prosecutor?
Sorry, I'm having a technical problem over here. My keyboard stopped working. This is my first time hearing this, I assure you.
Oh,
Nice play, Herr Forehead.
Very well, Mr. Justice. You may begin your cross-examination.
Great going, Apollo. You are right about La Miramora.
I love that Trucy's voice always is just like, what? Like just like that.
It just shot through my skull. It's just
Great
like,
going, Apollo.
Guys, it's just like so dramatic, and then she's like, "Great job," and everyone's like, "Oh my god."
Because it's because everyone's always like
Lucy
going
knows how
along
to
and they like
set the
forget
mood.
about it. And they're like, what? Like right there.
I'm always here, Apollo. What's wrong? You don't look too happy.
You interrupted.
This whole thing smells fishy. That's what's wrong.
Oh, I'm craving fish now.
I don't know what fish smell like. What I saw. Part deux.
All right. Well,
cross-examination. What happens next time on?
exactly. Well, cross-examination will be the next thing that we do. So I just wish I hadn't blown most of my health on that one annoying like.
But this is normal for you for these games. This is always the
but
somehow
this is
always the
normally how
position you
things
end up
go.
in. I have like 8 attempts and you forget to save until the very last one.
Because I don't want to be that guy, and then I turn out to be that.
Arv
guy.
Dad
Anyway.
shows up
Good night,
for
Lone-
this.
Good night,
like,
Lone Wolf. Well,
save, Dad.
this
save.
was a ton of fun as always. I always have a good time with this show and with these amazing talented voice actors. But it is past midnight and we do need to get heading off. For example, my daughter, little Arv, who should have been in bed already, but she's on break and it's a pandemic,
After
so whatever.
midnight.
I know, I didn't.
Sleep.
So again, Russ will be back with us next month for the Arvocalists. He is it is his anniversary, so happy anniversary, Russ, tonight. Moving right up the column, Zach, it was great to see you back in the saddle of the judge, telling people to
Yes.
shut up and the like, and also shark head guy hair dude,
That
who I
was
imagine
cool.
will show up on the stand at some point. So how did you feel about our festivities this evening, and where would the lovely folks see you next?
Always super fun playing Ace Attorney. This is, I may have mentioned a few times before that this is really kind of my first experience with Ace Attorney. And what a great first way of playing this game. I love it. I love it. I love it. That's all I have to say. And on my channel, I'm planning a bit of updates in terms of, I had this one streamer that I follow who named Santonium, and Santonium's like, you know what, I'm gonna gear up and we're gonna have Santonium 2.0, new things, new everything. And I'm gearing up to do sort of the same thing on my channel, updating emotes and profile and
Oh wow!
all this sort of stuff. So that's in the
Next time we see you, your name will be Clay
gear
Zach.
works.
and
Yes, it'll be
we'll-
Clay Zach. My Twitter handle will have changed yet again.
Yeah, awesome!
It'll be-
I can't wait. They just
But
change
yeah,
it back
it'll
to what
be
it's already
Clack
is on the
Zay.
Yeah,
S
yeah,
for
yeah.
Genesis overlay.
So yeah, that's what I'm working on, my own stream stuff, and then of course staying safe at this completely calm and peaceful time in our
I
world.
know. Oh my
Right.
God.
So it's so serene. I love it.
Always a pleasure, Zach. Thank you, my
Yeah,
friend. And
of
moving
course.
right up on the line, Rob, was also good to see you, or hear you, I should say, back in the clavier saddle. It was
I had a
good
lot of
times
fun
to
with it.
see more clavier work. How'd you feel about
Yes.
tonight? Where will the lovely folks see you next?
Pretty good. It's very interesting because I've just sort of given up on trying to make this voice fit the character's styling. It's become whatever it's become, and I'm just rolling with it at this point. It's like, I think it fits. I don't know. It's not very anime, but let's see what happens. Again, it's sort of like young Max von Sydow or something at this point. I don't know. It's hilarious, I guess. I hope people found it entertaining. It was very entertaining for me to be a part of it. And of course, I always love doing the show with these guys. We miss you, Russ. We're very happy that you're still happily married, and that you've done your due diligence. And we will continue this ride through justice next time.
Apollo Justice.
Until then, check me out on my channel, twitch.tv/Rob. I'm playing a lot of RPGs right now. So there's definitely something that I'll be making voices for and doing the silly sounds from this here place on my face. And yeah, my my keyboard has stopped working. So I'm going to go now and try to fix it or just burn my computer to
the ground. Is it wireless by chance? Is it a wireless computer with... No? Okay, yeah.
It's infuriating.
All right.
It was working fine, and now it's not. So I'm going to go grab the other one out of my closet and see if that one works. And then I'm going to take this one, and I'm going to, like I said, I'm passionate.
I hope it works.
Thank you for watching, everybody. You're amazing. I love your faces, and I'll see you next time.
See you, Rob. Always a pleasure. And last but certainly not least, thank you again, Dot, so much for coming and doing this, despite being super busy and all that. But we very much appreciate it, and it's always great.
It's always a blast. I always forget how much I need this laugh time, like in the midst of it.
It is really, and that's one of the things about this game, even though I understand that, it has been a game that we spent a lot of time on, but it's just always so funny that I don't know. I always enjoy the funny. But how did you feel about today? Where will the lovely folks see you next? I guess you said it was a blast. That's good. Where will they see you beyond that, though?
Yeah. Next up, you can catch me right now producing and managing the Dad's Garage ATL Twitch channel during the day. That's the theater that I work for. That is currently gone digital entirely. You can catch us literally every day from noon to 4, and then you can catch us on the weekends broadcasting our archival footage of our past productions. A lot of them are really nerdy and pretty cool, so you can check that out on the weekends if you don't have anywhere else. Come get yourself some culture, yo. And yeah, and then the rest of the time I'm over on my channel or awesome channels like this one, playing games and rolling dice. I'm excited to announce next, as of tomorrow, so a week from tomorrow, I will be launching a campaign that I have been talking about on this channel for almost a year. Almost. I'll be launching Overlight, which is a kind of psychedelic, kaleidoscopic fantasy adventure happening on Wednesdays for the next few weeks. I think 7 or 8 weeks, and they're 3-hour games. So it's gonna be the longest campaign I've run on my channel in like a year and a half. So you can come check that out. That kicks up pretty soon. And when I'm not there, you can find me running a dark sci-fi Coriolis campaign on Unmade Gaming, and on Saturdays on the Roll For It Network, playing some Vampire the Masquerade.
Oh, that's awesome. And yeah, exactly, Lone Wolf, our kind of stuff. I can't imagine why Dot just fits in so well here with all that kind of stuff. You will also see Dot for Masters of the Dungeon,
right,
which is going to be coming up. And Dot and I are really looking forward to that show for reasons we'll discuss on that day. Because
Dot and I will be back later this month for Infinity and Beyond.
And Infinity and Beyond, that's also true with these things. So it's going to be good times. But can we get some love chat for the amazing Arvocalists, because they are all great. And
I always love some love chat.
And I will see all of you lovely folks very, very soon. Thank you all. And thank you to Dot. Thank you to Rob. Thank you to Zach. And we'll have Russ back with us next month. Thank you, everybody. Baby. Bye for now.
Bye, everyone.
And
bye, Arv.
Bye-bye. Okay. So, good stuff. That was a good time. Whoa. What? No, don't general. No. Stop. Don't play yet. Stop that. Don't play the outro until I'm ready, computer. I decide when we outro the show, okay? You don't decide. I decide. But this was a great pleasure. Always had a great time doing this with these folks. It is always a lot of fun. And we'll be back with some more, either this or another voiced over game next time. So we will do that. But that's going to do it for me for this evening. I've already said millions of times how you can support the channel. So just do all that good stuff. But I will say that since we do have a few, and it's not incredibly late by my standards, I think that we are going to do a raid today. And that's pretty simple. If you are not a sub, you're going to do this. The Arvanauts have landed, followed by Twitch raid, lowercase Twitch, uppercase R, lowercase AID. If you are a sub, you're going to do this, which is the Arvanauts have landed, followed by get hyped. And if you want to throw in a couple of Arvany roars or Arvany, smugs or Arvany what's or, Arvany, Arvany, what the heck is the other one? Arvany smugs, Arvany what's. Why am I forgetting the other one that's Arvin E roar, right? Arvin E what, right? Yeah, what's the one that... Oh, Arvany, whoa, that's the one I was forgetting. How could I forget that? Yes, that's the one. So if you want to stop by for that, that would be awesome sauce. And let me take a look and see. We're going to raid today. Oh, I have not raided this guy for a long time. Yeah, okay. I know exactly who we're going to raid today. So stick around for the raid. I think you will like this person when we go over there. Yeah, but I'm going to get on out of here. So again, you know all the ways to support. Check out the publishing stuff. Check out the... all the various ways to support the channel. And of course, don't forget about the financial stuff as well, if you're able to do that. Thanks to all those who subbed today, resubbed, all those who supported the channel by the Patreon and all that kind of good stuff. We are very appreciative of all of what you were able to do. There you go. Exactly, Rock God. See, that's what I'm talking about. But thank you all so much. And I'm going to see you lovely people Wednesday evening for Shadowed Mage and the Shadow Crew at 10 p.m. Eastern with the Rock God right there in chat, along with Hoodie and with Echo Alpha X5. And that'll be continuing Dragon of Icespire Peak. Then Thursday, again, that is still up in the air. That's the Rambo Academy for Wayward Writers class, but that's still up in the air. And then we have Friday, and Friday is, of course, Detroit Become Human. I'm going to be doing more play on that. And then Saturday, we've got Masters of the Dungeon, followed by D&D with viewers. That's what we've got going on the rest of this week. Thanks to everybody. Much love to you all. Thank you to my wonderful mods, Coven Guy, Rock God. Great job today, gentlemen. Thank you to my wonderful subscribers, Coven Guy, Rock God, GC Darkside Rob, of course, Nonstop Marinda, Mrs. Dunsel, and Trishy Mats. Thank you all so much. Thank you to another TT viewer, to Bark Zach. Thank you to Barry Lock, to Commander Root. Thank you to Dinu, to Halewa, Jagtris, Little Red Dot, Lurks, Remastino, R. Polar. What's up, man? Thank you to Spurious. I haven't seen you for a while, Spurious. Good to see you, man. Thank you to Srizbot. Thank you to Tay Tay Tay. Thank you to you, Christensen Universe, V&K, Virgo Praz, and Waza. And thank you as well, in particular tonight, to the Arvocalists, to Little Red Dot, to Zach Clay, and to GC Darkside Rob for their amazing work today. Otherwise, stick around for the raid, and I will see you folks very soon. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay awesome. Everyone be good to each other. Have a good night. All right, now you can play. Honk.